I mean, listen. Back by popular demand. What's good, people? It's your boy Persona, Gamer with Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. And listen, man, we back with Ladies Night, episode 5. Listen, I told y'all we was gonna start the new year off right. All last year, people was hitting me up. Hey, yo, Persona, man. When are you gonna, bring back Ladies Night? I like when you do Ladies Night. It's really cool. I want to hear what the ladies in the community have to say. I'm like, all right, I got y'all, man. I got you. All last year. Where's Ladies Night? Where's the ladies? I got y'all, man. 2023, we starting off right. And I got a great panel. I got great topics. It's gonna be a great show with a lot of entertainment, a lot of laughs, good conversation, and great people. But listen, Ladies Night is not about me. I'm just a facilitator. It's not about me, right? It's about the ladies. So we gotta introduce the ladies, starting with Stone, aka Catwoman, in the building. Stone, what's good? Say what's up to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm back.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I got.
I'm with it. Then we got Morgan, a returning guest in the building. Morgan, say what's up to the people.
What's up, people? You know, leave Stone alone. You know, she keeps it short and sweet. You know, that's what we like about her. But whatever, everybody, it's Morgan, aka Chill Bandit. Happy to be here again. Happy to be here with the ladies. So let's get to it.
Hey, shout out to Morgan. Then we got two new. Luca's coming. She's gonna be a little late, but Luca will be here. So when Luca comes, you know, we'll obviously, introduce her when she gets here. But we got two brand new ladies on the panel. Dope ladies that are in the community. They play their games. They do their stuff. They know what they be talking about, and they don't take no shits. Right? That's one thing about the ladies I like to surround myself with. They don't take no shit. If you gonna come at them, come at them at your own risk. Starting with Kawhi. Kawhi, what's up? Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the show. Very happy to have you here. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody? Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I appreciate it. It's Kawaii. My PSN is Shy Goes Raw with a Z. That's what it is. That's what my PSN has been since day one. I'm not changing it. But I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I got the invite.
Oh, she dropped the PSN. She said, "Listen, I'm verifiable. Persona, I know you. I know what you be saying in the community. Are you verifiable? I am verifiable. Here goes the PSN. All right, Kawhi, you ain't gotta shut me down.
It's just like sometimes you have to you gotta put it on the table like that. But I be on YouTube too, so y'all can see me on there. I be playing Resident Evil and stuff.
Hey, that's what's up. Welcome. I'm definitely glad to have you here. I can't wait to get into some good conversations with you. And then we got Kendra in the building. She be in these spaces, to be in the community. Very cool, down to earth woman. And she out here, man. Listen, I can't wait to get to a specific topic with Kendra because I want her to explain that. Because the first time I heard it, I couldn't stop laughing. It was funny as fuck. It's some real stuff, but it was funny as hell. But yo, Kendra, welcome to the panel. I'm very happy to have you here. I'm glad you accepted the invitation. Say what's up to the people and let them know what it is.
Y'all already know the Cali Queen is in the building. Amiibo Queen. I'm up in here. I see the chat going crazy. What's up, everybody? I'm in here. What y'all want to talk about? Like, come on. Everything's on the table. And yes, when we get to that topic, Persona, oh Lord, I hope everybody clean. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope y'all clean, because I'm coming for you. And if you not, you better get clean afterwards. It's good to be here, y'all. I'm excited. Let's get into this for sure.
Fire. I'm definitely glad to have you here. And I know it's gonna be a great show, great topics, great conversation, especially with you. Then is that Luca? Oh yeah, Luca here. Yo, Luca in the building. What's good, Luca?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfect.
Oh, dude, the way I had to... Okay, listen, I'm here. What I had to do to get here at this time, I don't want to go into it, but what's up, guys? Luca here. Luca Teal, yes, the ashen one. It's me. What's goody, my boy? Thanks for inviting me. I'm happy to be here with you and all these beautiful, beautiful women.
Oh, yeah. You know, ladies' night is always a good time. Definitely glad to have you here, Luca. All right, man, let's get straight into it, man. I want to start off saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody, man. How's y'all? Yo, what are we going into 2 weeks into the new year. Is it already, has the year already gone to shit for y'all, or y'all good? How's the new year going so far? Like, let me know. Let us know.
12 days in. I don't know. It's going. I haven't put I don't know what. I think we just excited just to be in a new year. We know what that is, especially for the gaming community. So that part's a plus, but I can't put a finger on it yet. 12 days in, we just rolling. Tired, if anything. Holidays was lit, so just getting back in the groove, you know.
What about you, Morgan, Kawhi, Stone? How y'all feeling, Luca?
You know, it's the new year. I feel like I'm already, you know, like you said, you know, we're only 12 days in, and I'm already feeling like I'm already behind on things I should be doing, you know, but I don't know. It's 2023. As far as like Kendra said, you know, as far as gaming that goes, this year looks very great, very exceptional. So many great games coming out. So I'm very excited.
Do any of y'all do like the New Year, New Me thing, where like y'all try to like, you know, set?
See,
not necessarily set
that.
goals, but oh, go ahead.
No, you good. I tried that, but you know, I always slip up. Like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna change this year. This is the year. And then I get right back into my old ways. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to do that. Like, I'm just gonna try to just, you know, tweak a little things here and there, things that are things that I can control, and not try to just do this, you know, whole evolution to a new person. But yeah, that's what I try to do.
Just gonna roll off that and say same. Like, as far as it goes for me, like Glorilla say, man, that's why I love tomorrow, because there's always a new day. Like, I don't really use New Year's as a reason to start over. I kind of just use it to like step back and see like where I've been that year, but I don't really just use that day to like start my goals.
Okay. What about you, Snow? New Year, New Me?
Oh no, I already made it clear that it's gonna be New Year me. So I'm gonna be a lot meaner this year.
Gonna be mean.
Because I've had enough of y'all playing with me. So
But she said y'all, that excludes me, so I'm good.
Yeah, I had enough of y'all playing me, people trying me. So it's New Year receipts me. I got receipts.
Hey, real talk. You've been playing a lot of games.
1000%.
You've been gaming a lot in 2022. And now in 2023, I saw you starting up Bloodborne.
I know, yeah. That was my resolution. My gamer's resolution was to try some stuff that's out of my element. And so, you know, Luca, I talked to the Souls Queen herself.
I know Luca was so happy. I know she was so happy to see you play this game.
Especially since Bloodborne is my favorite Souls game, and I got the platinum in it. And now I'm just like, yeah, my girl's playing it. This is fantastic.
You go, Luca.
Yeah, that's
so
I admire all Souls players. You guys.
She sent me like a list. She sent me like a list of tips, and she said, "What do you want to know? Ask me, and I'll tell you." And so she told me, and I got my character set up. We were working on it today, so.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. I can't go back because Bloodborne, where I'm at, is like halfway through the game. I can't go back to that at 30 frames per second. I'm too spoiled with the PS5. Like, I want to beat the game.
That's real.
I really do, but PlayStation gotta stop fucking around and put these 60 FPS out, because it's like I'm not going back to that 30 frames per second. Either remaster the game, go direct.
I'll be honest, Persona.
What's up?
I'm busy getting cooked so bad that I don't even notice that 30 frames per second. I'm too busy getting rocked.
That's the realest shit I've ever heard.
It's funny because that's
like 30. I wish it was 30 frames. Maybe I could slow it down and actually, you know, compete. But
hey, hold on. It's
you know what's interesting, Persona? Like, you know what's interesting? After Elden Ring, I went back to Dark Souls 3. That is, and Dark Souls 3, like, it made me feel sick. Like, I felt sick playing it. Like,
Dark Souls 3 on PS3 or PS5? PS5 version?
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I went back to Bloodborne, I didn't feel sick playing through it. So I would say maybe try to give it a shot. Like, I don't know how they set up that game, but when I was playing it, I noticed. I noticed like the graphics and everything, but it wasn't bad enough to keep me from playing it. Then again, I've beat Bloodborne multiple times, so there's that.
No, you talk to him, Luca. Talk to him, Luca. Put some respect on that.
No, listen, Bloodborne
a couple times, so you know.
She trying to flex. So listen, I respect it. I respect it because Luca. Shout out to Luca and Bari, because when I was streaming back in 2021, Demon Souls was like the first Souls game that I actually like tried to beat, because like just like everybody else, I was playing these Souls games and getting washed, and it was because I was impatient. So I was like, all right, let me just really sit down and try to like understand these games and really get good. That's just my competitive spirit. And I remember, shout out to Luca, Bari, a couple other people that came into the chat when I was playing Demon Souls, like, Persona, you gotta do this, not this, you gotta do this. And I'm like, all right, I got it. I'll say this about Souls games. It's gonna click, because after playing Demon Souls, I was like, all right, let me try Elden Ring, let me try, Dark Souls 3 and all this. It clicked. I'm like, all right, this is how you're supposed to play these games. And it hits. So I definitely stick with it.
Yeah, there's this euphoria that hits. Like, you're gonna be pretty miserable playing it for a while, And then after a while, you just stop caring. You stop caring about the fact that you're dying multiple times and that you're losing your souls. You're just like, okay, I get it now. I'm gonna go through it. It is what it is. I lost my blood echoes. I lost my souls. I lost my runes. I'm gonna just keep it moving. And then you really start to get into it, man. And there is nothing quite like beating a boss that you have been ramming your head against for hours. The euphoria that hits you is just absolutely astounding. And those games are amazing. And I know listen, the Souls community and Souls fans are really annoying. Like, they're super annoying and even though I'm a bit of an elitist myself when it comes to those games, one thing I will never do is try to deter people from playing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want more people.
I got that. I told you I got that. Remember? I said I was going to play Bloodborne, and they were like, why are you playing that one? Play this one. And I was like, because this is the one I want to play.
It's the best one, in my opinion. So
if Lucas said it's the best one, then that's the one I'm going to play.
Yeah,
exactly.
I hate backseat. I hate backseat gamers, man. Like, that stuff irks the shit out of me, where it's like, oh, you should have did this instead of. It's like, let me learn. But
and it was crazy because I was fighting it, and I was like, I went in there in my normal combat style, the way that I play God of War, and the way that I learned very quickly. You cannot play that game like that. So after I got cooked for about 2 hours, it clicked. I was like, you can't rush in there, and you can't be that aggressive coming out of the gate. You need to stop, and you need to watch what's going on. And once I did that, like you guys were saying, like, it clicked, and I was able to actually survive and keep the souls that I had collected, and keep leveling up and progressing. So it is, once it clicks, you're like, oh, I'm stupid. It was this easy the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, once it registers, it's there.
Yeah. Yo, do y'all? Any of y'all got?
I feel about like watching this right now with. I'm sorry, Persona. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
That's how I feel. Having this discussion, but I'm also watching the Forspoken gameplay happening right now. That's how I feel. Like, this shit looks like butter, and it looks so easy, but I am having the most difficult time figuring out the mechanics of this game. And I admitted it in Spaces yesterday. I gotta, like, Forspoken is different, you guys. Like, and I don't mean to change the topic off of the Souls games, but I'm watching it right now, and I'm feeling some kind of way of why I can't get this like it's being got right now. And I'm a little offended.
I think Forspoken is one of those games where you kind of gonna, like, at least for me personally, I love the game, but I found myself having to play it with like my SCUF controller with the back paddles and stuff like that, because it's so much that you can do, and there's like all these sub menus and things like that I think if you want to get a really good flow, having like one of those types of controllers would be good. But I don't know how you feel about using stuff like that, but that might be something to try.
So it's basically built for the edge.
Yeah,
it's basically built for when the edge.
I mean, it comes out 2 days before, so I mean,
right, exactly.
You feel me?
This game.
But what about gamer resolutions? Man, any of y'all got? Kawhi, Kendra, Morgan, y'all got any gamer resolutions?
Definitely, I'm trying to get more plats. I'm out here,
as you should.
I want to do some more trophy hunting, but I'm very specific about which games. I don't like to get platinums for every game I play. I just like platinums for the games like I really enjoy. And since there's like so many games specifically this year that I'm excited about, hopefully they live up to that excitement. But I can see myself getting even more platinums, this year than I did last year. So that's kind of my resolution.
Okay.
That's dope. Just touching these games this year, like, for me, I'm sorry, it's not a PlayStation game, but for those who know me, I'm a Zelda, so I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom. Like, that is, man. Like, that's everything. But to bring it back to our PlayStation side, I am excited for Hogwarts Legacy that's coming out in February. I'm also excited for the DLC for Burning Shores for Horizon Forbidden West, because y'all coming to my house. So get on your Stormbirds and come on to Hollywood. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Diablo. I'm extremely excited for that.
Diablo 4?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm excited
Diablo
for
4.
that. Yeah.
And just to get back into games that I didn't, oh God, like for instance, we were talking about Returnal last night, and Returnal, we had a whole discussion, and I know Drew is in the building, he's in the chat. I gotta get back into Returnal, and I gotta give it some new love and come in with a different mindset. I kind of gave up on it. I didn't. My God, I was dying. I was like, this is for the. It's a great game, beautiful, one of the best PlayStation 5 games out there. But when I was playing it, I got frustrated on some Hollow Knight shit. Like I was like, yo, I keep dying, and I'm going back to my I thought was my soul, and I'm going back and I'm finding people was telling me yesterday, you don't have to do that. Like you're wasting time. You don't have to go back and redeem yourself. Keep going. And I'm dying, getting my ass kicked, trying to think that I got to redeem my little soul, and that's not even what you're supposed to do.
It's not like that.
Yeah, I got to tap back in there. I got to tap back in with a different mind. So that's something I want to do, and I want to be able to have the Returnal conversation. I'm gonna tap into that and get better on Call of Duty.
Yeah, Returnal was a great game. Like I highly recommend that. Very challenging, and it's one of those things where it's like trial and error. That's straight up. Like, because the world shifts as well, so it's like you kind of learning how the enemies fight and how to like use the guns and the alt fire, but also maneuvering the world because it keeps shifting around. So it's like it's a great experience. I love that game.
Absolutely. So I'm getting back in it. That's the mission. I'll keep you updated, Persona.
Yes. Kawhi, what about you? Gamer resolution?
Man, for me, it's hacking at that backlog, honestly. And I'm trying to get into the Final Fantasy wave because I be seeing everybody's excitement for it. I'm here for it. I'm just trying to figure out like as far as where to start, because just looking at the list, everything is overwhelming. And then I've heard like certain stories, every like Final Fantasy, I guess depending on the numbers, different. So I'm just trying to like dip my toe in there and just pretty much playing whatever's coming out. I'm really hoping they don't push back Spider-Man no more and it comes out in the fall this year.
They not delaying no
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Too.
Yeah, that's definitely not getting delayed. Not at all. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Kendra, Julian wanted me to ask you, when you gonna finish Elden Ring? I think that silence means never. Y'all hear me? Hello?
Oh, man.
No, I asked you when he's gonna get good at Call of Duty.
Oh shit.
Oh, yikes.
Hell, that silence says it all. Let me get these super chats real quick.
Damn. Right.
Yo, Kratos, man, I appreciate you for the super chat.
No, wait. Back it up. I had to go on.
All right, go ahead. Do your thing.
Wait a minute. So Julian is trying to get my blood pressure raised up early in the discussion. First of all, I'm not going back to Elden Ring. Elden Ring can stay where it's at for the players who love it. No knock to y'all, live y'all best life. But Elden Ring, I'm sorry, I cannot play Elden Ring after the most beautiful visual experience of Horizon Forbidden West. I'm sorry, it don't do it for me. But live y'all best life.
Tell him about it, Kendra.
Live y'all best life. What the hell are those things? First of all, are those wolves? Are those shaggy wolves? I'm running around. Why do the wolves look like Skyrim wolves? And where are we? Like, come on now. Look, take a Game of the Year award and shove it. And play
oh man! Oh, Kendra here speaking facts.
I'm not doing that.
Elden Ring is a dope game. Like it really is. But I can understand how playing something like Horizon, it may be tough to kind of be like, damn, like Horizon is just one of the most beautiful games that we've ever played.
Butter.
Yeah, I get it.
Butter. I literally about like last week, because we're on Thursday. Last week I jumped back into Horizon Forbidden West because just for the hell of it, spent hours in it, right? I went in it, just beat the game already. I went swimming. Honestly, I went in there and I completely just indulged in the water and went under the water and looked at the details of have y'all ever played a game that had an ocean that looks like that? We don't even need to talk about this. We don't need to talk about this because I'm about to get passionate way early before the conversation is about to take place, because Horizon Forbidden West is the GOAT. It's beautiful. I don't care if it didn't take home game of the year against Elden Ring. Elden Ring only won because it was multi-platinum.
No, I'm sorry, Elden King.
Oh man!
There go Luca. There go Luca. I was waiting for Luca to say something. I was waiting for him to say something. You feel me? Like, what is Luca gonna come to say something?
Horizon Snooze Fest, man. Like,
cut the cap. Cut the cap. Hello, FTC. Cut the cap. Cut the cap.
You coming for me? Listen, you go fight those shaggy dogs in Elden Ring, and I'm going to go just live my best beautiful life, hunting machines and deep diving into the sea and getting on my sunbird and just sunwing. What the hell I say? Sunwing, and I'm gonna go fly and fight and just give my eyes all the eye candy.
As you should, Queen. And no matter how beautiful the game is, it still didn't win Game of the Year. But
you see, Luca, why you trying to cut deep like that? You ain't gotta cut deep like that.
Over here with that.
You ain't gotta cut deep like that, Luca. Let us live. God damn.
She's like, listen, translation, bitch. Enjoy your game over there, but I'm about to be in the game. I'm about to play the game of the year. I got you, Luca. That's the translation.
Yo, let me get these super chats real quick.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so shout out to Kratos. He says, get the popcorn, get the Oreos, and the milk, by the way, is sponsored by Xbox. Shout out to you, Kratos. Then shout out to Barry, man, 21 months as a member on the channel. He says, it's ladies' night with the lisp. You feel me? Shout out to my boy Barry. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to Damien. Damien, 20 months as a member on the channel. He says, hey yo, it's ladies' night. Y'all hit the like button. Show gonna be fire. Shout out to you, Damien. Appreciate you. And then shout out to Frozen Magma for the super chat. He says, sup Persona and everyone stopping through. Shout out to the newest Bloodborne, Huntress Stone. Shout out to you, Frozen. Fire. And then shout out to DC Gaming, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, shout out to this awesome panel of gamers. All of you guys bring something special to this community, and in your 2023 in gaming is great. Okay, I think it's a typo. To this community, and in 2023 gaming is great. Shout out to Stone, Morgan, Kendra, Luca, and Kawhi.
What up?
Shout out to you, DC. And then shout out to Julian. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, appreciate the dope people in this community. Appreciate you, Julian. And then appreciate you for the second super chat that says, I appreciate everyone except Stone. Damn.
Who is that?
It's Julian.
Oh, Julian.
Okay. Like that's supposed to hurt my feelings.
Listen, that's okay. I can appreciate her for 100 people, man. Like,
right. Thank you.
Hey,
listen, Juice got jokes until I change his name in the Discord, and he's crying about it. And just keep on.
Oh no.
Ooh.
What you gonna change it to though? I'm curious.
Oh, bald-headed, terrible at COD, needs to fit in a backpack, motherfucker. Not bald.
Y'all, man, and for the record, I just want to say to all my fellas in here with beards, I will not be discussing y'all beards today. Okay? I just want to let y'all know. I ain't about to get in them fights with y'all in the chat about whose beard is the best in the community. So smash that. I saw that.
Hey, let me go get my Santa costume beard out the closet real quick. Stick that on real quick. All right, man. Let's keep it going, man. Shout out to everybody here, man. Listen, I appreciate all of y'all. It's about to be a good show. Keeping in the realm of gaming, let's talk about gaming and like relationships, right? Because everyone here is a hardcore gamer, right? Everyone's gaming. It's I would assume, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, but in your personal time, you definitely spend a lot of time playing some games. You feel me? So when it comes to like relationships and whatnot, do you prefer your partner to have to be a gamer, or does it not matter? And if it doesn't matter, do you want them to at least be understanding that your passion is gaming, and you don't want them to try to get between that? Because there's been times where people will say, oh yeah, I don't play games, but I don't care if you play games, and then it's Friday night and you playing games till like 2 a.m. It's like, well, come to bed, baby. When you come in to bed, it's like, nah, I want to play the game. No, well, you always playing the game. You gotta come to bed. So like, how y'all? What's y'all thoughts on all that?
I'll answer the questions.
You breaking up, Kendra?
Point of view. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'll answer some, depending on the question. I'll answer kind of last because I'm married. So I will give the married point of view of it and how it works, you know, in the marriage world. But yeah, so y'all take it away and then let me know when y'all want to jump in.
All right, let's start off with Kawhi. Kawhi, start us off.
Me personally, it's not something I require. I feel like it is something I do come across more, like being with guys. They are just naturally gamers, more play the game. So I'm not really too bothered with it. Most of the time they're like, oh, you play the game too? What? And I'm like, yeah, like, ain't that cool? But it ends up, for me, being a thing when they're not a gamer, because they don't realize, like, oh, they try and put a limit like 2 hours. Like, nah, 2 hours, like 2 hours in any game. Like, I'm just creating my Sims character. I just got it looking okay. I'm not about to put this down. So I think it just really depends on the person and setting those boundaries up.
What about you, Morgan?
Yeah, I'm on kind of the same wavelength. I definitely need a gamer significant other. I've tried talking to guys who, you know, don't really have an understanding of gaming, or they're kind of like casual with it, like they only play like, you know, 2K or Madden every once in a while. And it just it just never works, because, you know, then, you know, they ready to cuddle or they're ready to do this and that, and you're like, but like I'm gaming right now. Like I can't like, you know, you'll be ready sitting around midnight waiting for, you know, the game you've been waiting for months to, you know, finally go live. And, you know, it's 11:59. They're like, you know, come to bed. You're like, no, like I'm getting ready to play this game. I'm not about to go to bed right now. And it just becomes this thing where you're going back and forth, and they start belittling it, like belittling your hobby and your passions. And it just starts conflating into unnecessary arguments. So I just learned best, I have to date another gamer.
Okay. What about you, Stone?
I don't think that it necessarily has to be gaming per se. But I do think that they should have something that they're interested in. You know, like everybody needs their own hobby. Like, you should have things that you do together, obviously, but I think you need to have your own thing. So as long as they have something that they're passionate about, they can respect that you're passionate about something too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Luca, what you got?
Yeah, so I definitely think that having someone who is generally understanding about it is key. I can't be with anyone who belittles my hobby. I think stuff like that is, you know, it hurts relationships, in my opinion. Like, I have buddies who their partners are not gamers, and sometimes it grates on their partner's nerves when they're playing the game or they got to get off for some reason, which, I mean, rightfully so. You know, take care of your people, right? But, you know, for me, I can give an example for how things are at work. The majority of my coworkers play video games, and talking to them about it is awesome. But then we have this one coworker, he doesn't play games, and he'll make these little snide remarks sometimes, and it's okay because I hit him back, right? But still, it's one of those things where I do think it would be easier to be with somebody who also plays video games and is as passionate about it as we are. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a deal breaker. As long as they're not disrespectful, it's all good.
Yeah, I think from like from that perspective, I get it, especially like with us guys. It's like, yo, you find a girl that's like super into games as you are, it is dope as fuck, because it's like there's always gonna be like, oh, yo, can't wait for that Spider-Man. Oh yeah, you know, get 2 copies, we're gonna play. So, you know, there's always that cool combat. There's always something exciting, I feel like, if it's 2 gamers, because there's always gonna be something new when it comes to gaming that's really gonna keep you together. Obviously, you have other hobbies outside of that, but I think from a guy's perspective, you know, if it's not when it comes to women, but when it comes to the guy, you know, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, guy, you're a gamer, you're childish or immature, right? Sometimes you'll get that, or like you'll get women who don't understand that, you know, your idea of a fun Friday night, yeah, we could go out, we could go, you know, here, there, and everywhere, but, you know, a fun Friday night is playing COD online with the homies, or a fun Friday night is playing that new game. You know, tomorrow One Piece Odyssey drops, right? I know a lot of people are excited for that.
Stay
I'm
in
sure
the house. What kind of snacks do you want? We're gonna get your charger charged up.
You feel me?
your headset charged up. What you need? Right now.
Yo, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's a game,
Right.
if it's a gamer girl, she understands because it's like, yo, I understand because I'm about to play this too, or I'm about to play the new Pokemon or whatever. So it's like, y'all got the snacks, y'all playing y'all game, y'all in y'all own space, enjoying y'all time. But then when it's time to come together, obviously you come together and you love your significant other and all that. I think the whole gamer thing is like, sometimes it could become an obsession, but as long as you find a healthy balance between gaming, showing love to your significant other, and going out and still doing all that other shit, I feel like it can work. But from the guy side, a lot of chicks kind of be like, they kind of raise the eyebrow. That's why I think the gamer girl thing is like, yo, and listen, I don't give a fuck. It's like, yo, listen, I tell Shorty straight up, like, listen, I play games. I'm a gamer. You feel me? You gonna love me or you not? You feel me? But Kendra, you married, so like you ain't got to deal with none of this dating bullshit. Like, I've been off the market for how many years? I don't know what y'all go through. So from your perspective, like you marry, and I think your husband's a gamer too. So
absolutely,
talk about that dynamic.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's easy, and it's I put it to you like this. As gamers, we all can agree we're a different type of people, right? And it takes a gamer to know a gamer, understand a gamer, respect the gamer. And for me, we got 2 PlayStation 5s in my house. We have 4 Switches in my house. We bred gamers, right? Like I gave birth to 2 new gamers, right? So it's, to me, you can do any and everything with your significant other, right? We don't never have to not spend time together. And I'm gonna get a little adult because I know that's what everybody is waiting for, right? I'm gonna call a thing a thing. If he's gaming and I'm gaming, and it's lasting to 1-2 o'clock in the morning, that doesn't mean sex is off the table, right? That just means I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all here for this, right?
I mean, hey, if I drop a nuke, you feel me? I'm feeling like the man. I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean sex is off the table, right? It just means that we gamed.
Yeah.
You was playing what you was playing. I was playing what I was playing. When we done, before we go to bed, we knock one out, and we good. Or when we say, hey, we're gonna put the games down, we're gonna have date night, or we're gonna go and take the kids to the grandparents' house and we're gonna do us. It's a balance. But I think the beautiful thing about it is, the easy thing about being with and married to a gamer is that the excitement is there. Like, even if we don't play the same games, like my husband plays Cyberpunk. I didn't play Cyberpunk. I've watched him play it, but as he's doing his thing, I'm like, shoot, do your thing, boo. I'll catch you. I'm about to go get on whatever it is I was playing at that time, which was Horizon Forbidden West. I was playing that. I was like, do your thing. And matter of fact, when I'm tired, let me come pause and see what you doing. Or he'd be like, babe, come see this shit in here. Or I'll be like, babe, because it's a beautiful thing when you share that with each other and you respect it with each other. When he's saying, even on a night I'm not trying to game, he's like, yo, it's been a long day at work. I got to get a couple rounds of Madden in. Do you, boo? Matter of fact, play into your heart's content. I'll be right here waiting for you when you done. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy. And even though there's a lot of relationships that it's not like that, there are more one gamer to a non-gamer. That ratio is bigger. It's easier if you had someone to either respect your love for gaming, or like Stone said, have something for themselves that I don't give a damn, is knitting, reading, quilt, you know what I'm saying? Like Legos, I don't give a what it is, as long as they have a respect for what it is that you love. I think it's you good all the way around. But if you got a gamer, it just makes it that much better.
I think I think also, like, even just like showing interest, right? Because you don't gotta love it, right? Because like everybody in the world isn't a gamer, right? Obviously, the respect I think is key. If the respect for the hobby or the respect for what you enjoy is respected across the board, just like you respect what they like to do. They may love racing cars, whatever the fuck. As long as it's that respect is there, I think it's cool. It doesn't have to be a gamer. The preference might be a gamer, but that respect, right?
The respect. And you said something that's very important that I want to touch on, because we're all adults. I ain't throwing out no ages, but we got some numbers on them and on us. you said something that people, some significant others might say, oh, gaming is childish, or, well, why do you do that? Why? Those are for kids. I'm going to say it what it is. These kids don't know shit about gaming. Gaming belongs to us. Gaming is ours. We started this shit. My kids don't know nothing without me and my husband telling them, teaching them, and showing them. That's why my daughter just got, if you follow me on Twitter, she's got a new PlayStation 4 because we ain't trying to share with her playing Genshin Impact on our PlayStation 5s all day. So instead of sharing with her, mama just went out and got her a PlayStation 4 for her room and called it a buck. Because mama understands. You know what I'm saying? So I think that when people say, oh, gaming is childish, who you think started this shit? We've been gaming since Atari. We are gaming. Our ages are gaming. You understand? And that's not knocking the 25-year-olds and the younger people, but I'm saying we're teaching y'all, this belongs to us. So respect it. You feel me?
Well,
respect our hobby, respect what we know, what we came from. Some of us has been gaming since, again, I'm not gonna throw out numbers, a long time, right? And some of these people that we talk to on Twitter space and stuff, they can't tell us about some of the stuff. They can't tell me some of the stuff that we know, that we came across, that we've had first. So how can you turn around and say gaming is for children? Kids can't buy this, right? They ain't got no money. This our shit. So I just wanted to throw that out there. When you said significant others say it's for kids, my kids ain't got no money, not unless it's the money I give them. So.
No, that's deep. That's deep.
So
yeah, I lost my train of thought. I had something on the tip of my brain. I lost it. Shout out to Kratos. He says, "Listen, Horizon Forbidden West is a good game. Elden Ring is a good game as well. But we all know what the real gamers, what the real hold on, it kind of cut off. Oh, what the real goatee is, and that's Ragnarok." I mean, Ragnarok.
That was my game of the year last year. That game is amazing.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely astounding.
Absolutely.
And then shout out to,
see that me and Luca just hugged. See,
virtual hugs.
You know what? I did want to say this real quick. I do find it very unfortunate that Horizon didn't win any awards, considering how beautiful that game. That game is extremely beautiful. I love the art style, and graphically, it is extremely impressive. I think it's disappointing that it didn't win anything, and I completely understand why people would be upset about that.
Yeah. I mean, it went up against, I think PlayStation 1, regardless. I mean, we won because of God, but it was in a weird space. The same thing, I mean, they didn't, Horizon Zero Dawn was in a weird space too when the Game Awards came out that year. Took it. And people were a lot, they were upset about that. I think Horizon Forbidden West was in the same kind of boat again with the Game Awards last year. It wasn't going to win up against God of War, and we knew that. So for God of War winning, we felt like we won anyway, right? PlayStation wins, God of War is winning, whether it won the game of the year or not.
I mean, Elden Ring. Horizon had a lot of competition this year. Like really, truly, like Elden Ring, God of War. It was stiff. I do think Horizon should have at least won like art direction or something like that, because it is, in my opinion, it is the most beautiful game. Like. And y'all could disagree, and definitely let me know why you disagree, but I feel like Horizon right now, as we sit here today, is the most beautiful game to ever come out in the history of games. Period. In my opinion.
Period.
I have not seen any, and I've played a lot of games in my life. I haven't seen anything that looks as beautiful as Horizon Forbidden West yet.
Period. That's it. That's it.
Shout out to Stony. They say, do any of the ladies play any fighting games? Do y'all play fighting games?
Yeah. Play Mortal Kombat.
No, but
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter's looking good though.
You picking that up, Morgan?
Yeah, I was like, I don't, but Street Fighter 6 is looking pretty good. So
you gonna pick that up? Yeah, pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fighting game. Absolutely.
I've dabbled in some fighting games, Mortal Kombat 11, and I was looking at Street Fighter as well. I'm not like no badass memorize no combos, but I'd be dabbling around.
Man, as long as you can hit that high punch, low punch, you good.
Yeah. All the games, all the fighting games. I can go back to fighting games. I can talk about the Tekkens and the Soul Calibers and the Mortal Kombats and the, what is it? Oh God, which game was Killer Instincts and oh my God, just fighting games is classic. I mean, we grew up on that. You know, a good fighting game, whoop your cousin's ass. Hey, that's good times.
Y'all definitely pick that. Y'all definitely pick up that Street Fighter. You know, we could definitely run some
beta
rounds.
was lit for real.
Yo, run some rounds, and I can give
Someone
y'all a
get a
couple
beta
L's.
code. You know what?
I had so much fun. Oh my gosh! And let me
Oh,
tell
you was in the
let me
beta,
tell
right?
you.
Stone was ducking.
I was in the beta, and it was so much fun. And I beat Bam, and I have not let him live it down. I beat him one time.
Man.
Stone ducking the L's.
What?
She just put Bam on blast. Like, yeah, I beat
Look,
Bam.
I know. I beat him one time and turned the game off and didn't go back. I said, nope, that's it. I beat you. I don't have to beat anybody else.
Oh, no, that's petty. You ain't gonna let that man get, you know.
Wait, you beat him one time and then you dip?
Not.
Oh nah, you can't do that.
She turned it off.
You can't do
I
that.
do.
You took your
I
ball,
do
you took
really
your
like-
basketball and went home. You can't do that.
My mom said it was time to eat dinner. I had to go.
Yo.
You can't do
She
that.
said I had to
like
come
that.
inside before
Street
the
lights
street lights came
on.
on.
Street lights.
Yeah.
Hey, right? Oh, my mama said I got to come home. It's dinner time. No.
That's what she said.
Low. You
She
ain't
said you
going
got to come
nowhere.
inside and wash the dishes or something.
Yo,
I don't know.
petty.
Wait, look, hey,
Petty.
Bam is in the chat right now. What
I
do you say? Hey, Persona, read it out.
Oh,
Bam
he said,
was on that
wait,
backbone
Stone.
playing. He
So
was
what
on
Stone ain't gonna tell you is I was on the backbone playing. Oh, he was
man.
on mobile. He was over that cloud.
Crazy.
He was on that cloud playing, and you trying to glow.
Hold on. What I'm also
going
not
on,
going to
man?
tell you, what I'm not going to tell you is he did beat me a couple, because it was me, him, and our friend Frozen. We were all playing together. And he
what's
did
that
beat me
Frozen
a
show?
few rounds. And then when I beat him, I said, that's enough. Log off. We're about
Yeah.
to log off. That's
Hey,
it.
hey,
That is petty.
pull up to the big boy
It's been
lobbies.
so long since I've played a fighter that I've been playing a lot of Tekken 7, and I really do like Tekken. And then I got the Street Fighter beta, and I loved it. So I'm definitely gonna get Street Fighter 6.
Who was
but I really
you
enjoyed it.
Who was you using on Street Fighter 6?
Yuri,
Oh, okay, Yuri. Okay.
and, which is weird because she uses her feet, and feet freak me out. Like, they freak me out. So
Really?
the whole time she's like slapping people up with her feet. I'm like, stop, like put your feet away.
So
Word.
you're not you
Freak it out.
can't get a nice foot rub. Your man can't rub your feet. He can't rub your feet. Right?
I do not like feet. I am not a feet person at all.
Oh,
I think
man.
feet are disgusting.
I mean, the feet got to be like manicured. They got to look nice.
They have to.
You
They
can't.
have
You know,
to.
Shorty can't pull her socks off, and she got talons and shit. You know, about to cut.
No.
Oh man, what
Listen,
happens?
she looked like she about to snatch something up out of the
Oh,
lake to eat.
you know,
like,
she cutting up my feet while we in the
bunions to
bed.
match. Okay.
You know, or you know,
that's
we
dirty.
run out of sheets too quick because she cut them shits up. Like, you know, it can't be nothing like that. You feel me? Your feet gotta be nice and pretty.
I want to see Persona. I want to see the new girl. What's her name? Manon? Is her name Manon?
Manon.
Oh, I want to see her. I want to see what she can do.
Yeah, she looks dope. Her and Marissa looks really cool as well. So, all y'all ladies pick it up. We can run some lobbies. You feel me? You know. Street some
saying that so
matches.
you just beat our asses. Like, I know what you're trying to do for something. It's cool.
No, he is.
Listen,
And see, the fact
I
is
let
he knows
y'all
he's
with
gonna
it.
beat our ass.
No, what you
whatever.
mean? I ain't even that
About 2
nice.
moves
I
in
ain't-
for a persona to toss me across that screen.
What you mean? I ain't even that
I'm
nice.
like, Morgan, best of luck. Now next, I'm like, oh wow.
I ain't even that nice though. You feel me? I ain't even that good. You feel? I'm alright. I'm like.
He's just trying to build our confidence, like we can do something, right? No, we're not falling for it.
No, don't listen. Do not let Persona lie to y'all, because I downloaded Call of Duty. Right? Downloaded Call of Duty.
Oh my God.
Turned it on,
Here
and
you
here
go.
Persona and Bar were like, "Come on, Stone, come through, come play one with us." I was in the lobby. I didn't even have a high enough level to change my weapon, and I'm in the lobby like about to cry because I'm like fighting for my life, like I'm dying.
Hey, but me and Mari held you down though. We held
They
you
were
down
like,
though.
"I
You good?
Look, and they tried to make me feel better. They were like, "Stone, you got like 4 kills," and I was like, "I'm leaving." Like, I'm bored. I hate y'all.
Hey
They won't
yo.
even let you respawn. Headshot.
I was like, I don't even know how to play this. Like, I don't know what's going. I don't know who we're shooting. Like, what are we doing? They just dropped
man.
me into the lobby. Oh my god.
That's how Julian plays. I'm putting him on blast.
Well,
That's
Ju
how
is terrible.
Julian
I mean,
So-
I will say, me and Barry definitely got some
He's
sweaty.
evil.
Me and Barry definitely got some sweaty COD lobbies. You feel me? It's been a couple
Yeah.
people in the community that have pulled up, and they was like, "Yo, I can't play in y'all lobbies." Listen, listen. When me and Boris say we the COD gods, that ain't just no talk.
I can vouch. If anybody ever wants to know what it's like, you will literally be in a ball on the floor crying, you're like, all I've been doing is dying. Like, I'm literally just a mannequin in this game right now.
I'm not doing it.
Now, Kendra, pull up to the lobbies. It's fun. Morgan, Luca, everybody pull up to the lobbies.
How is that fun?
Listen, y'all gotta pull up to the lobbies.
What's happening?
Y'all pull up to the lobby. I promise you, y'all gonna have some fun, man. Pull up to the lobbies, man. Listen, all y'all add me. All y'all.
Persona and J Bar just jumping around talking about y'all have fun.
All y'all add me on PSN.
I'm not playing with you no more, G.
All you gotta do is add me on PSN.
I'm not with Immortal, none of them. I'm good.
Just add me on PSN. We're gonna add each other. We're gonna play some matches. It's cool. Ladies, I'm gonna hold y'all down. I'm gonna hold y'all down.
Just so I don't accidentally end up in a lobby. Like, I'm making sure that there's no way that I can end up there.
Go ahead, Kawhi. Go ahead, Kawhi.
I'm good. I watch your COD Sundays. I'm not showing up for that, and I'm not showing up. I know that you guys host these fighting tournaments. I'm good, I'm good, brother. I'm good.
It's fun, y'all. It's fun. Y'all should definitely sign up, man. It's fun. It's fun. Trust me, it's very fun.
We have the most fun though playing Warzone. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen the clips.
I've been seeing your
Bam and
clips.
I playing Warzone.
Yeah, we've been seeing. We see the clips, and that shit do be funny.
Outrageous.
Yo, Kawhi, you wanted to say something?
Oh no, I was just like saying I've seen their clips too. That their clips be hilarious, and it'd be making me want to hop on sometimes. So no doubt.
Yeah, they definitely be doing their thing.
Most of our victories actually happen by accident because we're just in there like talking shit, and then they're like, "You're in the top 5 teams," and we're like, "Oh hey, we should probably participate now."
Shout out to Viper. He says, "Respect what we cultivated." Talking about gaming, I think Kendra was talking about when you was talking about when we started gaming or whatever. And it shout out to TZ. He says, "Shout out to the queens in the panel. Loving the conversation so far. Do your thing, ladies." Shout out to you, TZ, man. Appreciate you. And a shout out to the Mars Zeppelin. He said, they say, Kendra talks like she's leading a sermon. Always love the commute. Always love the commentary from Stone and Kawhi. All the ladies are giving great opinions. Also, F the haters. Famous words of Kendra. Nooka.
It's coming. And look, the sermons come from the age. Again, not displaying that. We need to, but it comes from the age. Nicka's coming. Just wait.
So this next topic, I'm gonna be quiet because I want you ladies to really take the lead here. Once Kendra explains it, y'all just go. Okay. So this is like 3 weeks ago, before the new year, where the conversation of baths came up, and I was speechless because I'm a shower guy. I take showers, but apparently for women, it's very important to take at least like 2 baths a month or something like that, or a bath a week, 2 baths a week. Kendra, you got the floor. Please explain to the audience the importance for women to take baths at least twice a week. Go ahead.
Okay, so again, before I speak, we are grown. Okay, so that I always say that before I speak, because I'm going to educate you. I have to be able to speak freely. Okay, so it is important and I'm educating you men because this is important for you men too. Okay, so it is important for women to take baths. Okay, as you all know, anatomy, men have external parts and women have internal parts. So it is so important for you to sit that we're gonna start off with TT. We're gonna say TT first until it gets a little bit we get riled up, and then we'll put the coochie in there, right?
Oh,
so it's important for women to put the TTs in baths because that is not only extremely important for our hygiene, but that is our time, and it's so important for women. It's so important for women to have our time. I think a woman who gets in the bath, she's taking time for herself. She is making sure that she is right, whether and making sure everything is clean. She's grooming, she's doing her thing, right? And it's also very important for a woman to take a bath after her menstrual cycle. I don't think we need to get into that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that all of us adults, we understand why that is important. Say that again, Persona.
I say, yeah, no, we don't need to get into that. You're right.
No, we're not going to get into that. But you take a bath after your rag, okay? So, not to get too, I don't want to rile it up yet until we get to that point, but, you know, as men and you engage with these women and these women want you guys to perform things for them, you got to make sure that area, that delicate, that very special area that can get off balance as quick as it can get, like it can get on balance as quick as it can get off, it has to be right. You understand what I'm saying? So for you men who are dating, make sure in the most respectable way, find out if the woman that you're dating is taking that time for herself to take a bath, to soak in some water, minimum twice a week. A woman can take a bath as much as she chooses. That's on her. Twice a week, a woman needs to get in to some water and reset her pH balance. Okay, so I'm gonna step off a little bit, let the ladies, you know, answer, and then we'll continue the conversation as we rile it up in a little while. So go ahead, my ladies, piggyback off of why it's so important for us to take that time to take a bath.
Well, I'll just add like my little piece to it as well, like, because I do agree, like, we do have internal stuff we need to make sure, like front to back, front to back,
front to
like,
back, front to back,
like it's basic stuff like that, as well as kind of like the kind of misinformation around of a lot of the things, kind of like douches and stuff, because I will tell y'all that a lot of men, they'll feel like that's the first thing to offer a woman, and that will like totally throw off a girl's pH. Like when it comes to, man, do not hand them no douche. And if you see them with a douche, like, also, because I get it, some men don't want to tell women that, but look out for that, because if she's douching, that's throwing something off. Her body's naturally, just depending on birth control or not, flushing that stuff out of her system, so she should not be needing to put all that up in there. But that's my take.
Exactly.
Oh,
And just to piggyback off that,
boy.
there was an example. I'm gonna give you guys an example. There was an example that Plies, the rapper, producer, whatever, that I saw on Instagram many years ago. And he took his hand, right? He took he turned on a faucet, he ran the faucet water, and he took his hand and he let water fall onto the top of his hand.
Oh yeah,
right?
you did explain that.
Yeah, he said this is the woman, the hand is the woman's coochie, right? So he said the water is falling on the palm of on the back of my hand. If I turn my hand over, right, the palm of my hand is still dry. Okay? But if you take your hand, right, and you submerge that bitch into some water, right, all of it's wet. Okay? We ain't got let's get into facts. You cannot, I've talked to women who I've had to explain, like, oh my God, just get in the shower real quick. Nothing should be real quick when it comes to a woman's hygiene. Let's just get that out, right? There's nothing wrong with me saying, you know, yeah, I got somewhere I gotta be. I gotta jump in the shower real quick because I gotta be at this place, yada yada yada. Yeah, that is facts. You can do that, but I took a bath yesterday, so let's get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
a woman should never be, let me do this real quick, let me get in the shower real quick. A woman, nothing should be quick for a woman, because as men, you guys expect us, I hope that you guys expect us to be at our best. So when you visit those special spots and those special areas and you want to have intimacy with us, you ain't throwing your nose up like, sis,
you're going to the fish market.
Right? Because then you're going to have to back up, and then you got other questions. There should never be a reason. You should never give anyone a reason to smell you. To you know what I'm saying?
We get it.
No, I'm just like, there should never be a reason why somebody get a whiff of you.
We get it, kids, because you gonna go off. I know you gonna go. We get it. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah.
It's facts.
No, yeah,
There you go.
I didn't think it was going. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was cool to go that far.
It's like you the last one. You the last one to leave your house, and you know how you smell, and you still gonna leave.
Well, I think hygiene. Exactly. I think hygiene is very important. I think in general, obviously for women. I just think in general, man, especially that stigma with gamers, especially gamer dudes. They smell like Cheetos and feet. You go to a convention or some shit, and it's you get a whiff of that, and it's like, whew. So I think hygiene is definitely very important.
Man, I'm assuming. To cut you off,
go ahead.
But I'm like, I wish I could go as far as back as a convention, like that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet release. Boy, oh boy. Man.
Oh,
man.
I mean that's that's Nintendo fanboy. Never, let me not go there. Never mind, let me shut up. I'm assuming Morgan, Stone, and Lucas Silence Feast, they don't want to talk about this, so we're gonna move past that.
I'm dying.
We're gonna move past this. Oh, y'all, if y'all got anything you want to add, go ahead. But I think we want to move past this too. But go ahead.
I think that's why it. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Luca. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I apologize. You go ahead.
No, Luca, go ahead. I love you. Go ahead.
Somebody go ahead. Goddamn.
Look at all this love.
I was gonna say that I don't own a bath. Like we have one of those showers that's just flat, so I don't. But my mom does. My mom takes a lot of baths. So she believes.
But see,
relaxing.
The thing is too, you do what you do, but at the end of the day, it's no knock to if you only own a shower, you make it work and you do what you can. I'm sure if you had a bath, you would indulge in taking a nice warm bubble bath. But at the end of the day, I can guarantee you that even without a bath, you are doing what you're supposed to do as a woman to make sure that you are at your best, and that's really important. You know what I mean? That's what we all should do, is to make sure that we're at our best, because sometimes gaming we can be sitting there for a minute and you want to, okay, it's time to get in the shower. I've talked to gamers and people in person that will make a joke and say, I was playing this game for so long, I forgot to shower.
Oh no!
Wow,
that's not funny.
Wow.
Oh man,
that's not funny. That's not funny.
No,
that's absolutely disgusting.
Not.
That's absolutely disgusting.
I forgot to shower. You don't. Okay, so do you forget to eat? Because like, just saying, did you forget to get some snacks? Did you forget to eat that? Like, I know. Did you forget to pee? Like, you come on, dude. Like, you can't.
I mean, I think that goes in. I think that goes into the addiction to gaming thing, though, right? I don't think that's an addiction at that point. Like,
that's not normal. It's not normal.
Yeah, I didn't want to word it that way, but yes. Like, that's an addiction. That's an addiction because you're neglecting your everyday, like brushing your teeth, washing your body, eating, stuff like you're neglecting the basic things that your body needs for gaming, and I think that's very unhealthy. But go ahead, Morgan, what you got to say?
No, I was just going to say, what Kendra's saying, it's very important. Hygiene is very important. And, making sure, all your areas are clean is, basic, information you would hope, everybody does, especially women as well. But it's also about, the type of products you use to, like, we shouldn't be using, highly scented, a lot of fragrance, those, there are women who think they're doing right in those areas, but then they're using the wrong soaps and stuff like that, and that can also throw off your pH as well. So you have to be mindful of the products that you're using to improve, because a lot of products are geared towards that special area, and they don't do what they're supposed to do, or you're not using it correctly.
Exactly.
It'll throw you off. So
this dude Bam is a villain. Bam, get the fuck out of here with this question, bro. Shout out to Bam for the super chat. Bam said, he said, Persona, if you bag J-Lo and smell something, what you gonna do? You diving or nah? Cause I'm diving. Get the fuck get the fuck out of I am not diving nowhere, boy. What you mean?
How did we get there?
Hell no, I ain't diving, bro. You crazy?
Those are casual COD talks with Bam. Haven't you seen those episodes? Casual COD talks.
Hell no, I ain't diving.
She says she's still Jenny from the block though. Like, don't be like that.
She need to call back to that shower,
like,
boy.
Man, did she just come from the gym? Like, I
yo, my morals too high for that, man. Hell no,
well,
bro.
To be fair,
I stand just too high
on
for that.
the whole bath topic, from like a medical standpoint,
Oh yeah, you a nurse. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Drop some knowledge.
Yeah. I know people forget that.
Yeah. Back me up, Stone. Back me up.
You shouldn't. So you shouldn't. You should shower every day. You shouldn't take an actual bath every day. That's not good for you.
Because it can dry us out. Tell them why.
Well, it can actually like cause infection and stuff. But also, like Morgan was saying, you actually should not use any scented anything on any of those parts for men or women. It's very bad for you. It dries you out, all that stuff. Just use some regular soap and some water and a washcloth. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Why do we have to talk about how to take a shower? Why?
Man.
You know, gamers, we know why. We've been to those conventions, Stone.
Hey, yo, hold on. Wait, hold on. Pause for a second. Hold on. Luca, are you beefing with Paul Tassi on Twitter? What the fuck is this?
Okay, let me explain what happened, right?
Hold on. Hey, yo, let's deviate the topic. Okay, I'm scrolling through Twitter while we're talking, and I see Paul Tassi post up Luca's video from like a year ago or something, and like she quote tweet. What's going on here, Luca? You beefing?
No. This is what happened, right? So actually 2 years ago, King Thrash and Paul were arguing on Twitter, and Paul posted like this picture he has where he's got the his thumbs up or whatever. Paul posted that picture just showing that he's on PlayStation and everything, right? And so I did a video because Paul did an article talking about how he's gonna get Outriders on Xbox because of Game Pass, and how he was gonna probably play on his Xbox for the rest of the year or something like that. And so I did a video about it, but nobody watches my stuff, right? So Thrash didn't watch my video and Paul didn't watch my video.
You stop it right now. I watch your video. Stop it.
I'm sorry, babe.
Okay, now carry on.
Okay, so
He's like, correction.
So, I'm assuming neither Paul, and I know that Thrash did not watch my video because they saw the thumbnail and they just assumed. I am assuming that Paul assumed that I was like talking shit or something because of how these two pictures are together. You know what I'm saying? Where it's this isn't my picture or anything like this. Where it's like I'm beginning to suspect that Paul Tassi is an Xbot, or maybe he just hates PlayStation and Sony. He is now complaining about this. Like, because these two are together in that context, I'm assuming that he made the assumption that I did some kind of fanboy video or whatever. But again, and then Thrash made the assumption that I was like talking shit about him in this video, which again, neither of them bothered to watch it. And so they come to this conclusion where in reality, I'm just like, yeah, it was a very, very simple video. All I did was mention and go through Paul's article. I said, oh, I'm surprised that he wants to play over here on Xbox, considering all the criticism Xbox has gotten and rightfully deserved, right? And that's it.
I remember this too, because I remember Thrash was trying to call out Paul Tassi because he was hyping up Destiny on Xbox. Then he played on PlayStation or something. I remember that beef though between Thrash and Paul. So I know what you're talking about. So, but
yeah. So I just think it's particularly annoying that people who claim anything, honestly speaking, don't even do basic research or don't even take the time to bother to watch a video. They just assume that I'm talking shit or something, which is pretty annoying because in the majority of my videos, when I'm talking shit about someone, it's like deserved. I don't really care if people play on Xbox or PlayStation or PC. So, but whatever, it is what it is. This is kind of just the reality of the community in that space that we exist in. I have no idea how he found my fucking video. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just casually scrolling and I see it. I was like, what?
Yeah, so I mean, it is, like I said, it is what it is. Again, I didn't say anything crazy in that video, so
it comes with the territory. So.
Yeah,
I only have one question, Luca.
Do you need backup, Luca?
Oh no, I'm good. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I was just about to say, who are we jumping?
Oh man, Stone had to blade out real quick. Hold up.
Yeah, what we doing? Because all I heard is like, all I heard was pull up.
Morgan like I'm on the side chilling. You know, who we right now, though?
Nah, it's all Gucci. All Gucci.
Morgan the one that's gonna sneak from the behind. Hit him from behind.
We don't even wait till
Run up.
dawn
Run
to
up and hit him
attack
from the
people.
side
We
of
don't
the
even wait till
head.
dawn. It happen right now.
I ain't even see him coming up. Like,
No.
where did Morgan come from? She's behind you the whole time.
Persona, I'm gonna need you to stop talking about Luca like that. I'm gonna need, as her representative, I'm gonna need you to.
I was talking about Morgan hitting, riding out. What you mean? I'm chilling. I ain't trying to get beat.
Listen,
Morgan gonna protect me, so we good. Morgan can
Yeah,
vouch.
you right. I got you.
See, there you go. Partners in
Keep us
crime.
posted, Luca.
For sure.
All right,
It's just a
listen.
misunderstanding.
I don't think. I mean, listen. You know the community. If there's one thing that I know, if a journalist is coming at somebody in the community, especially someone like Luca, let me tell you something. The community gonna ride. You understand? The community definitely gonna be on that ass. So, you good. Trust me. You gonna have.
Getting my seasonings right now because we're gonna have to go cook them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I'm not concerned about
What?
it.
Yo,
Again, it was
wait,
just a
no, we're not.
misunderstanding, so.
No, we're not doing. Hold on, we're not just gonna let that.
Luca gonna have me
Hold
on
up,
my
hold up.
blue chucks.
Hold on, we're not about to let Stone. We're not about to let
black Nikes
Stone.
coming out.
Yeah, Luca gonna have me have to pull up, with
The
some
Vaseline.
Right.
We're not about to let
Exactly.
Stone walk away from what she just said. Yeah, I
What
got
did I
lucky.
say?
She said, luckily I got my seasons because we about to cook them. Like,
Okay, yeah, she said what she had to say. What about it?
Oh, man.
She
All
got
right,
it.
Y'all
She said
got
what
it,
she had to
man.
say.
Y'all got it.
Applied some pressure.
Y'all got it.
Everything. I meant it.
Listen. Oh, yo, shout out to Bam. He said, Persona, hold this cash and tell the truth, fam. You diving. Bam, I'm not diving in none of that, bro. What you on, bro? I got standards, bro. I'm not diving in that. You crazy. Hell
Still
no.
holding his breath, man. He gonna make it through.
Hell no.
They tell Mars in the chat talking about Kendra to hold my poodle. You right. I got a multi-poo. They better hold my and she vicious too.
Somebody better get the
you
magic
right, I'll
school
pull-
bus in
pull
there
over
and check
my
and see what's
dog.
going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need Miss Fizz to go up in there and check and make sure everything good, man. What you mean? Get that magic school bus, huh? All right, man. Let's keep it moving.
All right.
Body counts. Ooh. Do they matter? And this is an age old question because
I was about to say, it's 2023 and we still have to have this conversation.
I mean, listen, it's a timeless question because I think when it comes to dating somebody, I think people get a pleasure out of getting somebody that's a little bit more exclusive, and I think y'all know what I mean. It hasn't been passed around too crazy, but I think it's one of those things where
I like that language usage. Pass around.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, the
I guess Persona answered the question already.
Podcast etiquette. Podcast etiquette. Podcast etiquette. I'm setting up the question. I'm setting up the question for y'all. What you mean? I ain't even give my thoughts on shit. I'm just setting up the question.
We hear it. Yeah, we hear it.
I'm just setting up the question.
The way you set things up can give an indication of how you feel about the topic.
Absolutely not. I am strictly neutral here. Until it's my turn to speak. Let me speak. But no, what's y'all thoughts on body count, man? How y'all feeling?
Are you asking like what they feel about our body count?
Yeah, like men, women. Like
I think in general, yes. Let's start men.
Yes.
Men, and give it from a male's perspective and then women. So like if you talking to a guy and he's like, yo, I got like 60 bodies under me.
Jesus.
Yo.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that a turn off? Are you worried? Are you is that someone you can't really settle down with?
I would be
Like, what's
weirded
up?
out that he felt the need to bring that up to me. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why did you
So
feel the need to tell me that?
So that's a question. So that's
quality to tell.
That's the topic you choose to bring up. Okay. Congrats. Cool.
So you would be fine. Y'all would be fine with that question not even coming up ever, like at all, like in the entirety of y'all spending y'all time together, like in a relationship or whatever. It doesn't matter.
I think if it came up in a conversation and we built means to have that conversation, then we can talk about it because then it's a mature conversation. But if you're dating someone and it's new and that person came out and was like, so let's talk about body counts. I got 60 underneath my belt. How many do you have? Wait, hold up.
Exactly, Kendra. Exactly.
Yes.
I think because if you're gonna take it to the next level with someone, you're gonna have certain conversations, right? You're gonna talk about body counts. You're gonna talk about future kids and anything that matters to you guys. And it's body counts will always be a conversation in a relationship. It's just how it's brought up.
Okay, so then let me ask this question to the group: is there a number that would scare you away from continuing a relationship with a guy? Is there a number? And if there is, what is that number?
You know what? I do think that the more important question is, have you been tested?
Thank you. I was gonna say.
I swear that was the next thing I was gonna ask.
Can you show me your blood work?
Yeah.
Please and thank you. I need a recent.
Oh, and can you show me
test.
your Can you show me like any type of like paperwork showing that you don't have like 10 baby mamas? Because
to me that's more important than a number. On either side is are you walking around like with the herpessyphilitis or
it's the future. I got the paperwork on my phone.
Exactly. Like, am I gonna get a bump after this?
Thank
like,
you.
Right.
I think people miss the point of, because in reality your number could be 3 and you still got something that I don't want, and your number could be 30, but you've been taking care of yourself and monitoring what you need to monitor, and then we're still like, I feel like people worry too much about the number and not about what's going on in the blood.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about that though? Some people would take offense to that, right? Where like, all right, so say you pursuing somebody, right? And it's like, oh yeah, before we do anything, I want to make sure that you don't got nothing. Oh, what you think I'm 30? What you think I'm like? Some people would get offended by that, and
then that person is not for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
If you're not mature enough to have that conversation, then
if you don't respect me enough to take care of your my health, then I don't believe, and I'm not you. Then I don't believe that you respect yourself enough to take care of your health.
Red flag 101.
I think it's about the framing of it. I think that if you say, hey, we're going to start this relationship, here's my paperwork. Here you can see, I've been tested already, so I'm good. If you start it off like that and you offer that vulnerability, maybe they'll be less inclined to take it as personally.
That's a good point.
For real, and it never has to be like, oh, you go yourself. Shoot, the health department, your local health department, you can get it hooked up for free. Yes, you go together, arms locked. Let's go. Like, come on. It should not be so stigmatized to go and get checked. Like, you're worried about your health. It's normal.
Right.
Yeah.
That
stuff is very important.
I wish, especially in the field that I'm in, there are people who have even been with people their whole lives, and those people had it before they ever got married, or they were dating for 10 years or whatever, and they found out because it laid underneath and they didn't get the blood work. There's nothing wrong with making, and it's the same thing with your cholesterol. Y'all need to take care of yourselves.
Take care of yourself. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Real talk. I got a question for you, Persona. Does it matter to you, a woman's body count?
It depends. It's not something that I would go into a relationship wondering about or thinking
shame
about.
the devil, man. Spit it
No,
out.
shut up. I'm giving you my answer. No,
it's okay. That's the truth.
No, it wouldn't. It doesn't matter because it's about me and you, right? And I agree that getting tested and making sure that we both good, I think that trumps a body count for sure. But I'm also not going into a relationship thinking about that off rip. That's not something I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, especially if I'm into you.
Let me deep dive the question a little bit deeper for you, so you can really answer it, because he's answering it in a surface type of way, right? so we're talking about this woman who probably you guys haven't talked about, but you guys have been intimate, and she is performing beyond her she is performing and some shit there's no way.
Hey yo, this chat, wow, get the fuck out of here, yo. This chat,
where you heard that move at?
Exactly. So
see, hold up, but see, now hold up, no, see that, I definitely want a woman that's experienced when it come to you know, the neck in the bedroom 100%. So
Right.
you know, I wouldn't want somebody that's like real green. I think, well, you know, using too much teeth and all this. Nah, I don't I don't want all that.
He went straight for,
Hey, we having that conversation, so let's have that. I definitely want somebody that's definitely experienced.
Oh man.
Damn.
Okay. But I mean, besides just the teeth activity, I'm saying that she is experienced in ways that she is blowing your mind. Like she's just like, I mean, you're looking like, yo, she is throwing it back side to side. She killing the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be concerned in the sense that she has been, her experience goes beyond maybe your purpose. Because I think the one thing that's important is when you come to, it's about to sound like an old married lady, but it works when sometimes you can show each other something. Like, you know, I you can still bring something where you can be like, you know, let me show you something, babe, or let me show you something, because you learn each other, right? You learn each other's bodies, you learn each other what each other like, and everybody is different. Yeah. But if she came into the picture and you didn't have nothing to to suggest, my nigga, like you just
listen, I'm gonna tell you
right.
like this. You know, any woman that I'm gonna be serious with, a background check is being done off her. You know, I'm not just like gonna, you know, just jump into something half cocked. So, no pun intended. You know, straight up, no pause.
I didn't know that.
But I do think one of my things is like, you know, I would feel some type of way, not necessarily if she's like smashing, you know, real good, because like I said, you know, if we both getting it in the bedroom, you know, I'm, you feel me? Like we on it, but. What would like turn me off is if one of my boys came to me and was like, yo, I hit that. I'd be like, you know, like some shit like that. I would be like, all right, I gotta pull back. You know, like that's something that would like fuck it up for me. But like, am I going into that thinking, oh man, you know, like she probably got like 350 bodies. You feel me?
Oh my god.
Nah, I ain't. Nah, I mean, I'm not exaggerating.
Man.
But here's the thing. At the hold on before you go, Luke.
Yeah.
Again, at the start of it, we get tested off rip, you know. my digging stick not going into nothing that ain't been tested. So I'm not gonna catch nothing. She ain't gonna catch nothing from me because I got the papers. You got the papers, shorty. And then we go from there.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm going one second. I'm saying a little bit past that. Like don't as a and I don't know. Say it in the chat, y'all, if I'm wrong. As a man, don't you feel like there are things that you still want to be able to give her that she may not have experienced? That's a man's ultimate goal, right? I would think that you want this particular woman to feel some, maybe she felt something that only you can make her feel, or her first experience with that is you. But if she come into the game, right? And she come into the game and
I mean, listen. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say, Kendra.
Listen, can I interject real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't necessarily think it's fair to assume that just because someone is extremely talented and what
come on,
they're
look
doing,
and say it.
That it means that they've slept with a lot of people. I mean, it could be a case of where they've had one or two partners and they were with their partner for a significant amount of time and they experimented and got better at it together. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe they really like Google.
But here's my Kendra, here's my rebuttal. Here's my question to that. If I do ask, are you going to be honest? Because we know that the universal answer, you know. So how many dudes you been with? 3.
Okay, but what if that's the answer though? Why you gotta assume like she's lying?
But no, it's not an assumption. If it's 3, cool. But the question I'm asking is she going to be honest?
Well, again, I think it goes back to
we choose when to be honest.
Well, I think it goes back to wondering.
So we may never get the answer.
Why
Either
it
way.
really matters if she's clean. You know, I don't
Good
really
point.
Listen. I myself, I wouldn't have any issues giving my body count or anything like that. Like that's not a problem. But I don't really understand the point in asking someone that when it's like what's like what is the ultimate point? Like what's the end goal there? What do you gain by asking someone that question?
For some, it could be
So just
curiosities. For
they're
some,
being nosy and getting their business. I mean,
something that they want to
honestly,
know. Yeah.
you know, it is that getting into. You're basically getting their information, and whether you stay with this person or not, you're either going to stay with them with the information, or you're not going to stay with them, and you're going to have somebody else.
I want to word it a different way to see what Persona would say. I just want to word it this way, right? Okay.
Go for it.
Let's say, because, you know, a lot of times, you know, people who have one night stands don't always get into a relationship, right? So let's say you're dating this girl for quite some time, right? You guys haven't done anything. You're dating her. Y'all have done some stuff, but y'all haven't done some stuff. But and then you know, you're like, okay, we're gonna take it to the next level or whatever, and you ask her, you know, what's your body count? And she says a number that makes you a little uncomfortable. Does that now deteriorate everything that you have built up, the feelings, the emotion, whatever? And I feel like this is a legitimate question. Like, does that now make her unqualified to be with you?
What's the number though?
I don't know what your number is. So that number is personal to everybody. Everyone has a different number, I think.
I agree, but give me I'm curious now. So give me a number that you would think would make a guy who he's like, oh,
what is your number?
No, you asked the question. I'm
what
curious. I'm curious to a number.
What your number is.
His number's 3.
You can just say it. You can just say number. You can say 5.
I mean, let's say it's more than like 7. You know?
Okay. If you ask her and she says 9,
it depends how old is she,
or 11, or you know, if it's just a little bit, are you now going?
I mean, 9, 11. I don't think 11 bodies, like, especially if it's just a woman in her 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that's too crazy. You know, I mean, we all have had our adventurous side. You feel me?
But I mean it because I think it ties into Luca's question. You know, what is the point of that question if you've already become interested in this person, whether it's a man or a woman? If you've already developed this somewhat foundation, why does that number itself, when you don't know why that number is what it is?
Well, I think it goes back to what I originally said, where I think, especially for men, you know, when men are pursuing a woman, they want someone that's exclusive, someone that's hasn't really gotten around too crazy, because it makes it that much sweeter. You feel me?
Well, let me ask you another question then. Right? If you've been with, let's say you're with a woman who has a higher body count and she's clean and she doesn't have any kids, but now there's a man who has a higher body count. The fact that he could have kids out there that woman doesn't know about because he has such a count, what makes that number any less important than the other number? Why is it that women have to have a low body count, but it's okay for men to have a high body count?
Come on, Stone.
It's the Madonna horror complex. We already know what's up.
So with something like that, it just has to do with, because especially for women are very you know, they love hard, you understand, very emotional creatures. So it's like when you're giving yourself to somebody, it's you giving them your all, and I think that kind of falls within everybody, right? Like, you know, the more sexual partners that you have, it's a bit harder to build that connection with someone, right? So it might be harder for you for this woman to truly love you because she's experienced so much. So it's like whatever you try to give her, it won't be enough because she's seen it all. So she may be prone to getting much bored quicker, or want to go on to the next thing because, you know, what you're doing is just not. She's looking. It's like a drug addict looking for that next fix. Not saying every woman is going to be like that, but because we know that a lot of women, you know, if a woman is cheating, it's because, or she's stepping out, or she's doing what she's doing, it's because emotionally she's checked out, right? And even when it comes to giving your body and giving your temple and whatnot, a lot of that. There is for a woman, it's more emotions tied to that than it is for a man. A man is more so just like, yo, look, I just want to get this box and move on. It's easier for a guy to move on than it is for a woman. So it's like, when it comes to that stuff, that's how it is.
I don't really agree with you with some of your points, but the first one I do want to note is you're speaking for women. You're like, as a woman, women are more emotional. As a woman, this, as a woman, that. Like, you have a panel full of women. I'm not necessarily sure I would 100% agree with this concept that if she's been with more people, she's more inclined to get bored with you as a person. Not general you, of course. Wouldn't wouldn't that just imply that you're boring as a person, or maybe you guys just don't match in
there's
that
all
regard?
There's all types of variables with that, but
You know,
you're right. There is a
things-
panel of women, so you
there
give
is a
so
lot
explain
of
it to
things
me.
that go into stuff like that. You know, it's not as simple. Listen, at the end of the day, the way we view sex is based on the society that we're raised in. This society that we're raised in is very hard on women who are sexually promiscuous, while simultaneously bashing women who are not experienced enough. So it's like, for a guy having a high body count, it's like, oh yeah, I fucked this bitch, I fucked that bitch. Your boys are patting you on the back and saying, ooh, you're a god, essentially, right? That's why people like Andrew Tate and why people like Kevin Samuels, which I do think Kevin Samuels had good points on certain things. So I'll just stick with Andrew Tate, right? That's why people like Andrew Tate were able to amass such a following. There's an element of sexism and misogyny there. But for a woman, if a woman has a high body count, it's not the same. She's a whore. It's a problem. So it's like, for me, I don't care about this particular topic, because if somebody's asking me how many people I've slept with, my first question is, well, why do you want to know? What do you gain by knowing this knowledge? What's it gonna do?
To go back to your original question, I agree with you, Luca, 100%. There's women on the panel, so definitely let me know. You know, when it comes to that, I can't speak for women. It's up to, you know, educate me. Like I'm listening.
Everyone, and I'm correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but I'll speak for myself. Before, you know, there was a life before I was married. Sure, we probably all had sex, and I'll speak for myself. I've had sex with someone that I wasn't emotionally connected to, or I didn't feel for, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have feelings. Honestly, it was get your rocks off. Like it was he wasn't even my boyfriend. It was just, you know, homie, lover, friend, however you want to call it. So I think to say that we are, every time we give our bodies, we are like, oh my God, he's the one, I'm gonna give him my body, and hopefully that's not how we think either. Like we're not that different from you guys. And I don't like when people say, you know, women are just so connected to their emotions. I'm not that connected to my like emotions. If I want to do something, it's because I want to do it. If I wanted to have sex with someone, it's because I want to have sex with someone. I didn't have a nice day, you know, maybe I'll call you. Like it's no different to put us in that category and say, you guys need to be careful because you guys are emotional creatures.
Well,
hold on.
Is accurate, and I think what Luca's saying is accurate. At the same time, I think for this question in general, you have to think to yourself, what is your goal with this person? Is this person just your person you see on the weekends and that's all it's ever going to be? Is this the person you want to build a life with? Is this is it going to hurt you to find out that they have a higher count? Is it, what I mean? Like, I don't think it's such a yes or no question, or this is my limit and that's what I'm sticking to question. I think and as you know, the older you get, let's be honest, the older you get, the pool is limited. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like it is what it is.
Well, let me ask this question. Oh, go ahead. Finish your thoughts. Sloan. Sorry about that.
No, I think that the question isn't, a lot of people, like, you asked this question, I understand where you're coming from, but like Luca said, I think the question itself is, it's very easy to get lost in all the variables because it's not just a yes or no question. It's there's so much more to it.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of it, I hear what you're saying, Persona, but like I think a lot of it is based on, each woman in particular. We're all different. Some women, like having one night stands. Some women like, just being promiscuous, whatever, that's just them. That's what they like. Me, I need an emotional attachment before I can give myself to someone like that. But that's me. I'm not going to put my parameters on other women or tell them, if they're not doing what I do or not doing what Stone does or whoever, that, they're not ladylike or they're not considered women or whatever, right? But I think everybody just has their own.
I want to preface this too. Like I'm not saying that no one is like not lady.
I know that's not what you're saying.
I'm definitely not saying that at all. It was just more so.
It's just
how the answer the question how. Yeah. Well, let me ask this, and then we'll move on. If it's easier, well, how do I phrase the question? If it's not that big a deal, why get offended if someone asks you the body count? And not saying you per se, just saying in general. Why is it such a hot button thing when someone asks, "Oh, what's your body count?" If it doesn't really matter? You get what I mean?
Because
why not just give the number?
It gives the person. You're basically being put in a position for someone to judge you, right? If I give you that answer, you get to have that and then make an opinion of whether it's enough or not enough. You know, somebody can think that your body count isn't enough, or somebody can think that your body count is too much. The fact that you want that information to have something to judge me on based on obviously your sexual experience and or performance, if you want to go deeper and assume, I think that's whack.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgot who said it. I think Luca said it, when a person can have been with one person their whole life, and that one person and their significant other has done shit that can put a porno to shame. So you know what I mean? Like, it's what is it? The question is if we go there and we talk about what we like and don't like, do we sexually satisfy each other? That's the question. And if we don't sexually satisfy each other and we are trying to make something work, then we need to talk about what we like and what we don't like. Now we have to have a conversation about our sex. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact of you having more body counts or less body counts does nothing for me. What can you do for me is this is where we are today. If you slept with 20 women, whatever reasons that you slept with 20 women, that's yours. But what you can sleep with 20 women and be trash. You can sleep with 20 bitches and be trash
about it
when you get to me.
About it.
I think that's because everybody's, you know, everyone is not the same type of lover, I think, you know, or when it comes to in the bedroom, you know, everyone's got their own kink or the, you know, certain things that they like or whatever. So, you know, I definitely agree with you there, you know, on that 100%.
Yeah. And every woman isn't even built the same. So what may work for Stone is not gonna. What may tickle Stone is not gonna tickle me. What may tickle Luca is not gonna tickle. And I'm just saying we're built different. So if he got 20 bodies, he might blow Stone's back out. Oh my God!
Okay.
Oh my God!
Get it, Stone.
For me, and he can't. I'm like. Nigga, you ain't did shit.
Well, let me transition that. Let me transition.
I want to answer Persona's question real quick.
And I do too after you.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, I don't know who said it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not sure who used the words. If it doesn't matter, then why would you get offended? I don't know who said it doesn't matter. I think what I said was, what's the point of the question? Like, what are you gaining from it? I didn't say it didn't matter. And I also like this concept of, well, if it doesn't matter, then why do you care? Again, you have to bring in the social stigma of asking that question that exists. Like, we can't just ignore how the society works just because this concept of or whatever point you were trying to make, Persona. Like, for me, again, it comes down to, what do you gain by knowing this information? What is the point of you asking? Because I don't like people asking me pointless questions.
Like you as an individual, right? If you and your significant other are having this conversation and say you're the one that asks it, what will you gain from that knowledge?
Exactly.
Because I can't imagine asking someone that, because I don't care. Honestly speaking, I don't care. I would want to know if you have like several baby mamas, or if you've been married before. I would want to know that information. But like, how many people you slept with overall, it's not really relevant unless it has to do with like your health as well. So again, it comes back to there's a social stigma when it comes to asking that question to women, especially.
Yeah.
Let me get the before you go, Stone. Let me just get these two super chats because they might.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Andrew. He says chicks with low body counts be scandalous too. I know a few. I know one with only 20 bodies. She got caught sleeping with the managers on the job and was a cheater. it's and then he and then shout out to Andrew with the second super chat. He says it's biological fact that more partners a woman has makes her more crazy and hormonal function of getting attached. Pair bind with a man will haywire.
Oh man.
Hey,
Wow.
babe.
That's crazy.
Is as a nurse, is that true? Is it a biological?
No,
Negative.
Hey, yo,
actually not
Andrew
true.
Wilkins is crazy.
Not at all.
You're that's false. But anyways, moving on.
Go ahead, Stone. Go ahead, Stone. Finish us off, and then we're gonna move on to the next one.
Lord have mercy.
All of that is actually more linked to your actual hormones that are made from your actual body, and not the person that may or may not be at your house that day. So, anyways,
I'll be right back, bro. I'll be right back.
I got.
I think like when you asked, you said like, why do people get upset when they ask that question? And like, and this is no shade to the chat at all, because I know almost all the people in your chat. The thing is you saw the response, the varied responses you got in the chat, and the varying numbers, and the varying, oh well, we want someone who's experienced, we want someone who's inexperienced, we want this, we want that. I think the reason why people get so nervous to answer that question and while they panic is because just with this few amount of people, you can see how everyone is ready to pass judgment. And let's be honest, none of us want judgment passed on us.
Facts.
And I think that's why it's such a tricky question.
I agree. I agree 100% that it is something. I agree. All of y'all. I agree 100%. I brought that question up because it is something that still gets talked about quite a bit. Where is what's too high, what's too low, what's this, what's that? Is she this? If she has this number, is she that, or she has that number? Is he this? Is that? And obviously, there's those societal stigmas or stereotypes of, oh, if a guy is, he bedded 50 girls, he's the man. But if a woman did that, obviously she's a 304. So I get that 100%. It's still an interesting thing because I don't know. I feel like curiosity would be when somebody would ask, I think. But if you vibing with somebody, and I think that's part of it too. If you really vibing with somebody, I think does it matter? That is a good question to ask. Especially if you're really vibing out. For some people though, they're still curious.
Well,
I think for them, it's still curious.
Let me
finish us off, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic because I know it's getting.
Okay, I'm gonna try to just fill this up. I think a man who, because like Stone said, there was men in here that were saying they want a woman that's experienced, inexperienced. Here's the deal: when you take a man who says they want an experienced woman, I translate that he's in it for his pleasure. When a man wants a woman that's inexperienced, he's in it to show her and give him and show her that he's the best, right? So you got two different type of men. If a man who's saying I want an experienced woman, he knows why he wants that experienced woman. He wants to get his mind blown, both of them, right? So you get that, and she can take the win. He tells himself, I'm gonna be forever pleased because she can handle her business, and we ain't gonna never go stale. When a man wants an inexperienced woman, he wants to be able. He don't want to be compared to no other. Let me use the medical. He don't want to be compared to no other penises, no other experiences, no other nothing. He wants her to look at him and you're the best I ever had. You give me exactly what I need. But what she's really saying is, I don't know that much else. So if we're in a committed relationship and you're my man, all I have is you, and you're the one who's showing me everything I need to see. But what he really don't want her to say is, yeah, I've been with somebody and he made me have black back problems the next day. He'd be like, what? Let me. You don't want that.
let me ask you ladies a question, and be honest. I want you all to be, I know y'all to be honest, but I say that for the chat, not for y'all, because I know y'all gonna keep it real. Right. Would you judge a man that worked at McDonald's and made minimum wage and was trying to holler at you? Would you judge him?
What do you mean judge him in what category? Like his financial
what? Standing. Would you judge him? Like, oh, you mean you a guy, you ain't
like
you
just
barely can support yourself?
Like if he was trying to.
Yeah, if you're trying to holler. Yeah, if you're trying to holler. Yeah, if you're trying to holler. Yeah.
And like, by
If he
like,
fine, he can get it.
Yeah, I'm
Hey, yo,
trying to
Kawhi.
understand the question, like, judging him like physically.
No,
like,
no,
he
no.
works
It's
at
fine.
McDonald's,
His
but he look
financial,
good.
his financial standing, like judging him from his ability to provide, essentially. is
Oh,
what I'm trying to say.
okay.
Yeah. Would you
Ability
judge him
to
in that way?
provide.
Yeah.
Nah, because I wouldn't, because it's not how much money you make, is what you do with your money.
So you would date you would date a guy that works at McDonald's making $7.25 an hour?
I would date a guy at McDonald's that's working hard at McDonald's to earn a living and to make his money. Because again, the richest man can have a whole bunch of money and not have even $5 left to his name. A man that works at McDonald's may have $5 still in his pocket. So what man is richer? The man that spent all his money and make more, or the man that still got $5 in his pocket? At the end of the day, it's not what you do. It's not how much money you make. It's what you do with that money. You understand what I'm saying? So if that $7 an hour man, if that $7 an hour man is getting up, going to work every day and getting that grind, not only is that man showing potential for something greater than McDonald's, he doing what he need to do to get to the next step other than McDonald's. So I don't judge nobody what they do first.
Morgan, Stone, Kawhi, Luka, y'all all agree?
Yeah, I was just gonna kind of piggy.
My bad.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead. No.
Okay.
Go ahead. You got it.
Okay, thank you. I was just gonna piggyback off that and say,
so
like,
polite.
I agree with Kendra. Like, if they show that work ethic and stuff like that, you can always, and I hate to say that, but a good woman always knows how to put her man on. Like, if I see you working hard at McDonald's, like, hello, there's something right up the street. I know you can make 17. Let's get it. Like, so it's never
okay, so you one of those that you'll build him up to get him to his next level. I like that. Okay.
Absolutely. It takes a hell of a woman to say, nah, babe, you your best. Look, first of all these caps in here, I ain't got no reason to cap, because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, I've been married for 15 years this year, and no, me and my husband ain't always had the big jobs and the money and the properties and the businesses and shit that we got today. So before that, there was a start. There was a Circuit City job for y'all young motherfuckers that don't know where Circuit City is. There was a Best Buy job. There was, while you going to school and while you going through college and while you getting yourself established with one another. There was a time when before we bought a house, we had an apartment. So when you want to say cap, and you want to say, nah, she capping, she ain't gonna date no nigga at McDonald's. I dated a nigga that worked at Best Buy when he was 19 years old. And that nigga today owns a house, a car, a business. He has a good job, a 401k, retirement plan, and life insurance. So at the end of the day, we're doing very well for ourselves. So it ain't no cap. These niggas have to start somewhere. And at the end of the day, if he's going to college and he got a job and he's doing what he needs to do, you don't shit on a person that's willing to start versus a nigga that ain't doing nothing. Knocking niggas over, selling weed because he got a little money in his pocket and he got a chain on his neck. That nigga gonna go to jail before the nigga that work at McDonald's. So let's not play that cap. Y'all niggas is capping in the chat because y'all probably ain't even got no job. So let's not even go there.
Man.
Let's not do it.
Hold on, Luka. Let Morgan get her thoughts and then I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Okay, Queen, go ahead.
I know you good, Luka. You know you good. But I was gonna say, I like Kendra said, I'll never shit on a guy who has a job, like, ever. Like, it's not in me to do that. Look, there's plenty of dudes out here, hollering who don't have jobs. So who am I to look down, my nose at somebody who's working, 9 to 5, regardless of how much he gets paid. Like that honestly doesn't matter to me. I've dated a many of minimum wage workers, and that's never been like a negative factor in my dating life. So I don't have a problem doing that at all.
Not at all.
Go ahead, Luka.
Make your money.
What was you gonna say?
Is she back?
Luka.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say, buddy?
No, go ahead. It's your turn.
She's back.
I'll use my father as an example. So, my father fell in some hard times and he was homeless for a bit. And he actually ended up getting with this woman while he was homeless, and she helped him out as he was studying in school and working 2 part-time jobs in order to get back on his feet. And now he currently makes over $100,000 a year. So I don't necessarily believe this concept of if someone works at McDonald's or they're making minimum wage or whichever, because this question's been posed to me before. Like, I was on AGS with Mocha, and Mocha stated that she wouldn't have an issue with it as long as her man was working towards bettering himself and he wasn't just content to work at McDonald's. So again, I do think that a lot of these questions, I hear these questions more from single men and this isn't a knock on you, Persona. I don't know what your relationship status is or anything like this.
Damn, she about to. I was trying to build a cool show online. What the? I knew these. Goddamn! I was trying to build a dope show online for some conversation. Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
I tend to hear these questions from single men. I am thinking of the men I know currently who are married and like in committed relationships, and a lot of these conversations are like conversations you'll typically just see on social media or you'll hear on those relationship podcasts, you know? I do think that it really depends on the individual, and you can't lump an entire group of people together, because you might meet someone who's completely different. Like at work, I hang out with my coworkers. I really like my coworkers, you know, they're my bros, we chill, right? And 3 of them will make, I mean, they're very open and honest when talking to me and around me, right? But they'll make certain remarks and they'll sexualize women in certain ways, right? But then I have another coworker in which he's all like, oh, I'm not interested in taking part of this conversation. I'm good. I don't need to talk about this. He's in a committed relationship. He's a good looking guy. He's educated, smart, you know, funny, fun. He's a good guy when in that regard. And those guys are good guys in that regard too. But like, you can't just assume that everyone's going to feel the same way about something. And it's like, again, a lot of these people who are so quick to claim that women feel a certain way or think a certain way, or a woman has to be like this or a woman has to be like that. My question to them typically is, are you in a relationship? Have you been in a relationship that's lasted longer than 2 years? Are you married? Do you have any plans to get married? Because again, most of this commentary comes from men who are either single, men who've been in relationships for a short amount of time, men who cannot keep a relationship due to their viewpoints. Instead of working to better themselves, they just want to lash out and blame women for their downfalls and their faults and everything.
Well, I hear you on that, and I definitely agree that there's definitely a lot of men, even I would even go as far as incels, that like, you know, hate women. Nah, listen, it's true. They hate women. They hate women because women don't find them attractive and all this other crazy shit. Like, no, that stuff is real, and I agree with that 100%. The question of you know, like if somebody works at McDonald's or works a lower wage job or something like that, is because you do see that, like, you do find women, and those are the diamonds in the rough, right? Because there are a lot of women, black women, white women, whoever, just women in general, who will definitely hold a man down. You see it all the time with a lot of these celebrities where they were struggling and they woman stuck by them. So that stuff is absolutely true. But there is also that I do think, you know, we also got to look at the other side of the pillow, right? Because as much as there are women out there who will do that, there's also women who don't, and a lot of those women would also shit on the guy and be like, oh yeah, you know, you ain't on my level. Where the Birkin? Where this? Where that? Or whatever.
Those women aren't shit.
100%. I know 100%. 100%. No. 100%. I agree with you 100%. But I think what's happening is you have a lot of men going after those types of women, and because they don't have that type of lifestyle that the woman is looking for, they get shit on, and then they tend to hate all women. Or some of the women that might do that, that don't do that, they might not find as attractive, right? Let's be honest. In social media age, everyone's looking for that fat ass, nice chest, and you feel me? I mean, you know, I feel like that's a cherry on top, though, right? Like, I don't necessarily think that, as much as, you know, me as a man, I am visual. Like, the woman I'm pursuing, she absolutely has to be, like, you know, beautiful to me. And I've said this before. Your 10, you know, what is your, that's what you need to be looking for. Your 10, because my 10 might be a 6 to the world. I don't give a fuck. You feel me? That's the person I love. That's the person that's gonna hold me down. I'm gonna hold her down, vice versa, all that other shit. But I think a lot of guys are going for that. Oh man, I just want this fine ass baddie on IG, man. She got this, got that, and they're looking for a specific type of lifestyle. But there's also, you see a lot of that on Twitter and social media as well, where you see women shitting on guys who can't provide what they're looking for. You know, who ain't making, you know, the whole 6-figure conversation. You know?
Yes,
Oh,
and-
a
But
man.
look at those
You feel me?
women though. If you, well, that's a whole nother conversation. Look at those type of women that have the nerve to shit on the men that are out there grinding and do what they supposed to. And I'm not. Listen, I don't care what women do. I don't care how they choose to live their life and do what they do with their bodies. But they not a real one because they're not a real one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
No,
at
yeah,
the end of the
100%.
day, you gonna shit on a nigga that's out there trying to do real life stuff, and you not even real, sis. Like, come on, like let's not do this. You don't. If you want to be not real, then you need to go find you a nigga that's gonna treat you as such, because he's not even gonna treat you like you think you want to be treated, because you ain't nothing but a piece, because that's what you present yourself as. But a real man is going to be able to identify a real woman, and those two powerful mofos, they gonna create a solid foundation that's about something that is in fact real. So that all that other stuff, these women, because my mother has beauty businesses. She's a hairstylist, and she owns a lot of salons. And there's so many women that come in there and they be like, I need a man. I need a man to do this, that, and the third for me. Okay, well, first let's back it up, sis. What are you doing for yourself? Nothing. Okay, so you should expect not much. So because of that, what are you gonna do for yourself? A man does not owe you nothing. Not even a man is not even supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to be happy for yourself, sis. So if you don't have your stuff together and you walking around like you God's gift, I'm sorry, baby, but that gift ain't even gift wrap. So you need to go ahead and keep pushing. I'm sorry.
I've had like these conversations before with my boys on Scumcast even. Because there are a lot of women, and we have this conversation quite often where we will take something that some dumb chick has said, we'll talk about it on the show. I'm like, boys, what do you think? They tell me what they think. I'm like, all right, this is what I think. I think those women are losers, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
I feel the exact same way about men that I do about women. I think that if you take so much of your time to judge others and blame others and want certain things from other people when you can't even provide for yourself, I think you're a loser, honestly speaking. And I think there are women I've seen who have said awful things or have gone out of their way to make fun of men for whatever reason. I don't know, like whatever reason, they just want to do it. And I think a lot of this has to do with people being perpetually online. Like people are addicted to being online, and so when you spend the majority of your time online, it skews your perspectives and skews reality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't like those kind of women. Me and Stone especially will shit on those kinds of women.
We do.
See that,
Yeah.
So
no,
it's
I agree.
I'm definitely one of the first people to call out a chick for acting like, listen, I'm not a very nice person. I'll be like, listen, this bitch is dumb. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
what do you say, Luca? I support. I do not support all women.
Some of you bitches are very dumb. Okay, like I don't support all women. I think some of these chicks they're unnecessarily cruel.
I grew up not even liking females as a whole. You have to be a special.
Can I answer
female.
The question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because Persona just skipped over me, so.
No,
Persona, what the hell?
So now I'm gonna let Luca cuss you out.
I'm just a facilitator, man. I mean, everybody shitting on me today. What's going on, man? What I do?
No, you're
the only man on the panel.
I know you're just catching all the heat. I think that I think
only
that a
person
lot
that
of
shit
it
on me
is
is
like the
Morgan.
social media
Morgan.
thing, like you're talking about. They see, this person's 22 and both of them make six figures and they're in Bali on a Monday in their bikinis and you know what I mean? And it's like you're like, well, I want that too. We don't get to wake up and live that life. So, I had to work to get to where I am. My parents had to work to get to where they are. Everybody on this panel has had to work to get to where they are. So if that man is working to get somewhere, who am I to tell him he's not doing good enough right now? Like
spit, Stone, spit.
And it's like, okay, so maybe he is working at McDonald's, but he's going to night classes for business school. But you didn't take the time to ask that question because you were like, he's at McDonald's.
Come on. Say it.
What does that
like
mean? What does that mean? It's just like, but a lot of people hear these women on, Instagram, or you see them on YouTube and they're like, I don't want that. I don't want that because he's not making $8 billion and can take me to Fiji every day. Okay, well, what are you doing? What
Fiji,
are you
talking
doing?
about the water?
Because they think their box is so precious.
They ain't drinking their water.
That's all they gotta do. It's like all you got. A lot of them. That's all they think they gotta bring to the table. Like it's me. Like it's just me. Like
and I'm sorry,
I don't need to bring anything else. I'm bringing me, and I'm like that. What?
You know what? One of the things I hate the most is when you hear these interactions, and the man is like, they're like, what are you gonna bring to the table? Or the woman says that, and the other person goes, I am the table. If you don't go sit down somewhere saying that stupid shit, I am the table.
Dusty ass table.
Ain't nobody want to be on that dirty table. If you don't shut the hell up.
Table lopsided with a napkin under a leg.
One of the legs is shaky. Like, come on now.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Hey yo, y'all funny, man. Hey yo, let me hold on. Let me get these super chats real quick. Shout out to Guap, man. Appreciate you for the super chat, bro. He says a potential partner has the right to judge you. That's all dating is. Gauging the value of a potential union.
Good point. Yeah, I agree with that. I can agree with that, and I just want to make it clear, if some dude asks me what my body count is, for me, I'm judging him, and I'm not interested anymore. So, but I do agree with what Guapzilla is saying. Dating is all about judgment. So if he feels the need to pose that question, then that means that we're just not compatible. But I completely understand where Guap is coming from, and I agree.
Yeah, because some people allow that, and Luke is right. If you allow that, and that's judge for judge, go for it. But with Luke is saying that shit ain't for me. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Neo Moses. He says, the lady talking, I gotta say, it doesn't sound like you studied men that well. You need to hear men's point of view, and I appreciate you being honest.
Who was that? What part?
I think Kendra, that was when you was going on your rant. I think he was saying something about what you were saying.
Me?
Oh, my
No, for Kendra, yeah.
For Kendra? Okay.
And then shout out to Fox and around. Appreciate you, bro. He says, evening queens and persona. Question: y'all ever think of someone else while in the act? Don't lie.
Yo.
No.
Do we ever think of
I can't answer that question.
Oh man, y'all are crazy, bro. Is this what Ladies Night is gonna be in 2023? Is this what Ladies Night podcast gonna be in 2023?
He said, do you ever think of somebody else? Lord have mercy. If you think about somebody else,
I do. I think about this Capri Sun and these cheeses I'm about to eat.
Hey man, say man, look.
Don't think about that snack. Like, damn,
thinking
bro.
about that snack.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I'm gonna keep it a stack, man.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely probably thinking about a sandwich or something. I ain't gonna. I ain't gonna cap, man. I ain't gonna cap, man.
Hit different.
It really does.
Can I get a honey glazed turkey on whole wheat?
Take one of my kids Capri Sun, be like, oh,
what kind do y'all want? I got Pacific Cooler, fruit punch.
Wild cherry.
You got the fruit punch.
Can I get a honey glazed turkey on whole wheat?
You ain't got wild cherry? How you
Not turkey on whole wheat.
No, the wild cherry. Listen, the wild cherry. Apparently, something got into the wild cherry and they recalled them, so I had to get rid of all.
Oh, yeah, really? Oh,
I know about Capri Sun now. If you want any questions about Capri Sun,
hey yo, and then shout out to Forget Me Not. He says, I may want to know because if I hear that she has fucked with many people from others, that means I might be wasting my time on someone who's going to leave.
I think if you're hearing about her from your boys, I think that is a sign that she's probably not.
She's for the streets.
Yeah,
she's for the streets.
Yeah,
it's a different conversation.
I would hope
like
that my boys is cool.
Like,
would hold me down like that too.
Like, I think that matters more. Like, okay, is she loving the crew? That matters more. Is like, if that's something totally different. And I feel like that's something
the
you
whole
can relate
squad
on.
didn't see that birthmark. Okay.
Yeah, and that's for men and women. I feel like I don't want to pull nobody out to the scene, and we going out to eat. Oh, girl, did you know it? What? Like that's
Like I know you. No, you. Like I know.
Yeah, I know.
Hey yo.
I know what color your sheets are, but anyways.
Oh man, not like that.
I see that Ninja Turtle frame painting in your room.
Right.
Ooh, I'd be hurt.
I know you got the Scooby-Doo comforter. Stop it.
The Scooby-Doo.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. What you mean?
I'm not. I'm just saying. Why does my friend know that?
Oh man.
Oh man.
You gonna have to reevaluate after that. Like, like, hey, babe, let's talk. What happened? We gotta talk in person. We gonna talk later.
Why my friend know you got an animal?
Right. How come she knows what color the lava lamp is? Go sit down.
Why my friend PSN profile say it on your PlayStation? What's going on?
Oh,
what's going on here? What you trying to tell me?
Oh
no. Nah, let's move on.
Oh shit, that's funny.
It's getting late, so we're gonna only do
He
like.
said, wait. Somebody in the panel said, I bet you forspoken that nobody on this panel hasn't been in a relationship for more than 5 years. Oh, honey, baby.
You might want to run me my game then.
Sir, I've been married for 15 years. How you doing? Like, you must have just got here. I'm gonna say you just got here. Be mindful of your comments.
Who said that? Who said that? Because I'm not. Who said that? Because I don't know. I can't see it.
It's me, baby. 80 said that.
Oh, that's my.
What's up?
It's me, baby. Yo, he played around. He played around. He definitely fucking
What's
around.
getting my boy? That's one of my boys over there.
Okay, well, if you look a boy, then you
Yeah,
good.
it's me, baby. Cool peoples. He cool peoples. All right. So
Run me my game,
two more topics. Hey, shout out to Kratos, man, with the $50 big boy super chat.
Hey.
Shout out Kratos.
You just donated. You just donated to my Star Wars Jedi Survivor. We good out here, bro.
You know.
He says, okay, all right, last donation. Much respect, ladies on the panel with the fire emoji. Appreciate you, Kratos, always. Bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Kratos.
All right. 2 more topics because I know it's getting late. I don't want to keep y'all too much longer, and then we'll get up out of here. Jumping in the DMs, man. I mean, wait.
boy, oh boy.
Hey, yo, Kendra, we had this conversation in that space that day. I'm pretty sure your shit was jumping after that space. It's taboo to some, and it's whatever to others. Ladies, I'm asking y'all, and yes, Luca, you can go first. I'm asking y'all, jumping in the DMs, like, you know, is it a no-go zone? Does it depend who it is? Does it depend on their approach? You know, are you gonna clown them if he come at you wrong? Well, Stone don't gotta answer that because she's already clowned a couple, so you don't need to answer that, Stone, because we already see you clown a couple dudes. But you know, Lucas, start us off. You know, jumping into DMs. What's up?
Okay, so I just want to make something very clear. I don't think there is anything wrong with finding a girl attractive and approaching her in a respectful manner and hitting her up in the DMs like, hey, I think you're pretty, this is my approach or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had guys do that before. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Now, me personally, I'm based on a general rule I've set for myself. I have no interest in dating anybody from this community, mainly because if we end up breaking up or if something ends up happening, I just don't want my business to be all out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even use my real name. So, I mean, I do share a lot of personal things about my life, but there is still an element of, there's still a wall there.
My real name, Akbar Shabazz Jenkins. That's my real name. Go ahead.
Y'all correct.
You stupid. Go sit down.
So there's still a wall there for me. So personally, even though I don't have an issue with it, and especially if the person is respectful, because again, I've had guys approach me in the DMs, I've explained my situation, and they're like, oh, all good, Luca, and we're cool. Like, it's not even a problem. I don't think it's an issue whatsoever. I only think it's an issue if you come in straight with the dick pics, or you come in straight with the disrespect, or you say something crazy, or if they know that you're in a relationship and they still hop in your DMs trying to hit on you, or if you know, or if you get them to call you daddy or something like that. I don't know, you know, something.
Wait, somebody wanted you to call them daddy?
Oh no, that's not.
Oh,
you might have.
That's not me.
Oh.
It's not me.
All right.
No.
That's not.
All right. All right. We gonna move past that then. All right. You got it.
No, that's not me, man. I'm referencing something very specific. So.
All right. You got it.
All right. But yeah, so like ultimately, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think that there are, I mean, listen, this is just my opinion, and whatever the other women think and believe, all for it, right? Because we
It's
can all
my
believe
opinion.
different things. But it's my opinion. I just think that there's nothing wrong with it if the approach is the correct one, and if they can be respectful after the fact. Because I like I said, I've had respectful examples, and then I will give an example that's not as respectful. I had some guy hit on me. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not interested in dating anyone in this community." He proceeded to tell me, he said, "Please don't tell anyone about this. I don't want my wife to find out." And I was just like,
"Oh hell no! I'll put that nigga on blast."
Want your wife to find out?
Okay. And then the conversation, like, I just ignored him, and then he kept hitting me up in the DMs, and he was just like, you know, I have a porn addiction, and my wife hasn't touched me in years, and then like all this extra shit, and I just continued to ignore it. It wasn't until he started like sending me pictures of him with his kid and talking about his kid, where I was like, "Listen, buddy, you gotta chill. You gotta."
You are so much better than me, Luca. I'm sorry.
Just the way he was just handing all this evidence to you, just voluntarily, is hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of crazy.
I just blocked him after that because I try not to, like, listen. Again, it's awful, but I would rather just not draw attention to it, because I try to deter people from being like that in my DMs, and I feel the best way to do that is just to not mention the fact that I get DMs like that. So
no facts. Wow, Luca, you go. Stone said you handle that way.
He did.
Go ahead.
My answer is gonna be so much shorter than y'all's. I'm just gonna tell you really quick.
Go ahead.
I think you should, if you, like Luca said, if you see a woman and you think she is beautiful and you want to send, a nice, hello, by all means, shoot your shot. But let me remind you to stay far, far away from my DMs, because I will, in fact, screenshot it and put it on a timeline for everybody to see. So, especially if you send me a picture of a dirty floor. Stop it.
A dirty floor?
Oh, man.
And some extra parts. But mostly the dirty floor had me very distracted. I couldn't even pay attention to the fact that there was other stuff in the picture because the floor was so dirty.
I'm convinced Stone's future partner is going to be somebody she put on blast. I guarantee it. Like, it's gonna be a story they talk about. Yeah, she screenshotted the DMs, but it all worked out in the end.
It was okay. I forget.
Oh my god.
Yo, Morgan, what about you jumping into the DMs? What's up?
Yeah, I'm pretty much what's on Luca. Like, if it's respectful and you're coming at me not crazy and just on 10, like just off the jump, I don't mind, but I don't get too many crazy ones, because the way my DMs are set up, only people who people I follow can DM me. So thankfully I haven't had anything too crazy. But yeah, I don't mind a respectful DM. Shoot your shot. You have a right to shoot your shot. I have the right to turn it down, but as long as you come at me respectfully and just like I don't want a dick pic, sir. I don't. None of that craziness. Then cool. Like, I'm not gonna put you on blast. I'm not gonna do anything like that. Like, it's all Gucci. Like, yeah, that's how I feel.
Kendra, I'm saving you for last, because Kawhi, go ahead.
As far as for me, I agree. It's all about your approach. And like, call me negative Nancy, but I feel like you don't even have to get them to the DMs for them to like come disrespectful. There's a lot of times when like even just posting a simple picture, like people will come so sideways and so like just out of nowhere, and it's like, just come smooth with it. Like, I get it, like you find people attractive and stuff like that, but don't just like throw your whole dick on the table. Like, Jesus, like have some kind of etiquette. Like, show me like your swag, whatever y'all be calling it. Like, don't just no, please. Like, there's methods to this. Like, I don't know if you got a wiki or whatever, like just make it work.
Yeah, there's just some kind of way that, I don't know, that some men think that we want to see that off initially. Like, I don't know what the thought process is going in their head. Like, if they see this, they'll love me.
That's
like, I don't.
That's social.
I don't know where,
that's a social awkward That's like social.
Yeah, I don't know where this whole thing came from and why they believe that, but yeah, it don't do that.
Like who got together and was like, all right, listen, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is gonna get them. All right, listen,
it's gonna work. I swear.
Everybody, whip out your junk right now.
That shit's been happening for a long time.
Oh my god! Dick out on the table. We're gonna take a picture. No, you don't have to clean the table. It could be dirty, but put your dick on the table. They're gonna love it. They're gonna go crazy for it.
She's gonna fall in love with you. Just it worked. I swear, bro.
Whoever told you that, you should punch them. Punch them in the face because that was terrible advice. Stop it.
Hey yo, Kendra, go ahead. Go ahead. You cutting out. Like we can't really hear you.
Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah. You good.
First got into this community.
You cutting out again. I don't know what's going on. You like it's like
what's going on? Let me fix my AirPods. Can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
can you hear me? We good?
Yeah, you good.
Okay. And if I gotta take them off, I'll take them off. When I first got in this community, it was nuts, right? You know, guys, hey, how are you? DM. So I finally just said, you know what? I was tired of I'm married. It got crazy, so I put it in my bio, right? It's just to hopefully, if you're trying to follow me, you see it, right? So early in the beginning, this dude just did exactly what you ladies are saying. It was right off the bat, gray sweats. It was, I mean, I'm just playing. I thought I sent the picture to somebody else, or I'm like, listen, sir, I'm not here for that, and I made that extremely clear. I'm not here for that. I don't mind someone jumping in the DM because they want to like talk games, especially now. If you go to my page, you're gonna see it. So for me, don't come in my DMs with that bullshit because I am married. So respect that, and if you can't, then you're going to get blocked immediately. If I was not married and you hopped in the DM because you thought I was attractive, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the only way you can find a way to maybe communicate with me, but come respectfully, right? But I'm just saying it like out there. The DMs, they can go sideways real quick, and dudes think that is their tool to have these intimate conversations with women that they find interest in, and if they don't get the response that they want, then it's like, well, fuck you, or they'll make a tweet about it. Bitches on here think they God's gift. It's really messy on these social medias that guys get their feelings hurt and they want to take a DM or they want to take something and they want to make it bigger because they can't say, well, you know what? Thank you, sis. I thought you was attractive. Your man is lucky. Have a nice day. Like it's ridiculous. So nah, don't hit me up in the DM. For the ladies who have their DMs open, come with respect. If not, we come in period.
Shout out to yeah, brother, I ain't calling you dad, bro. Get the fuck out of here. His name is Big. He says, Luca, what's my name? I don't know if he's trying to be funny or not, because I think.
Yeah, that's one of my supporters. What's up, Big Daddy? What's goody, Big Daddy?
All right. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
I like the way Luca said that too. Okay, Luca.
Shout out to Tricelsius. He says, hey, thank you. What's up, y'all? Thank you for the show. The wife and I are enjoying it. Tell the truth. What's the average number of DMs y'all get a month?
Yeah.
Like hit on DMs or just like regular DMs?
I would assume hit on. I would assume hit on DMs.
The way I got them filtered is 0. Okay, because the people I follow don't try it. So.
Morgan, can you send? How do you went into your settings and you set it to where only the people you follow?
Yes, I follow can DM me. Yes,
got you. I like that setting. I might have to turn that on.
It's beautiful.
Turn that on. I didn't know you could do that. So you taught me something today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't get hit on very often because most people who follow me do not know I'm a girl. And they didn't know I was a girl for like years because I would have masculine profile pictures. So
see, Luca says that, but then as soon as she puts one of them selfies out, I know them DMs be flooded. So don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. She put them pictures. I'll be like, look at Luca, boy.
Listen, I'll post a selfie once every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So.
Corey said, DM these ladies your trophy level. That will definitely impress them.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Stay away from my DMs. I don't want to see your trophies. I don't want to see your trophies. I don't want to see. I don't want to see anything from you because I will in fact tag you and share that on the timeline. Mine fluctuate. Usually, everybody leaves me alone for the most part. But every once in a while, like somebody new comes into the community or something, and I'll get something weird, and then when I share it on the timeline, everyone leaves me alone for a few months again. So
whoops. Oh,
yeah. But I just want everybody to remember that I have lots of receipts. So at any point in time, if you want to keep talking the way some of y'all talk, I
hold up.
Don't play with Stone.
Expose them.
Remember what we say on the message, Stone? We said live in the dark cloud. It's dark cloud year, right? They don't want to fuck with you this year. Not this
I send
year.
them to my friends and we laugh at you. I just want you to know that.
Damn, not the group chat. Oh man.
So,
Yeah, so don't send your dick pics. Don't send nothing. If you're proud, if you're happy about your dick, if you're proud of your dick, then look at it in the mirror.
Use D.
I'm a big advocate on mental health and stuff like that. So if you're going through something and you need help, definitely ask me. But don't be weird about it because then I will close the DMs completely. I do believe in having somebody to talk to, and so if you need that, then message me. But don't be sending me pictures of nothing weird now.
I feel like jumping in the DMs is a very tricky thing, especially in the social media age, because it's some women don't want to be bothered, or you can't really gauge how it will go, even if your game is on point, or if your approach is good. It's always a toss up because it's the internet, so it's like, damn, somebody in a wind turbine. Somebody in a wind turbine. So I feel like it's one of those things where you kind of got to do it at your own caution, do it at at your own risk, but that comes
I agree
with
that. I don't envy men out here in these dating streets, because it's I've seen guys approach women very respectfully, just asking for her name, and they're interested, maybe get her number, and they she will just demolish you, just your self-confidence, your self-worth, just unnecessarily rude. And I'm just damn, just for your name, man.
But I would say to men, definitely don't I would never discourage a man for going after what he finds attractive or what he wants, right? Because it's as a man, she not gonna do it. You feel me?
Yes.
Most of the time, they're
quietly in the corner. I'm gonna wait.
That shit is real, man. Yes, a woman will be crushing on you OD, and she not gonna say nothing, bruh.
But the question is, why?
But she'll give you some choosing signals.
I'm gonna be like, okay, but why couldn't you read my mind though? That's your fault. You couldn't feel me crushing on you on the corner over here.
Man, listen.
You didn't feel it through the air.
You didn't feel that?
Come on. I ain't Professor Xavier. I ain't Professor Xavier. I'm Wolverine
now. I gotta walk by twice.
I'm Professor Xavier.
I gotta walk by twice. Oh,
listen,
damn.
I'm not Professor Xavier. I'm Wolverine. I can't read. I can't read the minds.
No.
You gotta give
me looking at you.
But you gotta give me a better signal than that.
You guys, that's a good topic.
I can't
for
read
next
no
time.
minds.
What we want as women, what men don't understand about us and the signs and the things. Y'all don't pay attention. Y'all don't. It don't matter how old y'all get.
But are we talking? Are we talking in person or on social media? Because on social media, for shorty, LOL at your shit. I mean, everyone LOL. Motherfuckers are LOL as a period. Motherfuckers use a LOL as a period.
No, if she's cute and single, and she's cute and single, and she's giving you the face with the little 3 hearts or the little heart, and oh my God, you so funny, and giving all of your posts attention. All of your posts.
She posted ain't even funny. She just keep cute.
Or if she like a lot of your posts, that might be the sign.
She LOL and that stuff that's probably not even funny.
Yeah, oh my God, you're so crazy. Are you gonna play the game today?
Yo, you post up that you got a platinum. That's so funny.
Yeah,
fucking so funny.
Oh my god.
Today I had grilled chicken. Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Persona. That's hilarious.
That is so funny. That's so cute. Oh my god.
No, I mean, but the sun. I mean,
okay.
it depends. The
Persona's
signs.
thinking like, oh, I met a new friend and she want to play Call of Duty. No, but she into
Let me
you.
invite her in the squad.
Yeah,
Right.
she's into you. Come on.
Hey, listen.
I don't know because I'm
jumping
the
in the
aggressive one.
DMs.
Like I'm aggressive.
Oh, I believe it, Stone. I believe it.
We definitely believe it's Stone. Like you ain't playing with
Look,
nobody.
I like you. All right, we're going on this date.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're together now.
Pick me up.
I don't.
Pick me up at
Be like Stone. Be like
Look,
Stone. Be like
right.
Stone. Be like, hey yo, I got this fried chicken. When you be over here,
Stop
Right.
it.
get over here.
Yeah.
You got 15 minutes.
Yeah. Be at my house at 7, bitch. Your Capri Sun, your chicken, and our movie is
And
waiting
your
for us.
Cheez-Its already.
And your
Yo, that's
No,
real.
I think no,
like-
but like I think it's one of those things because jumping into DMs. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm even cautious, right? Because it's just like if it go the wrong way,
it's
then it's
yeah, it's a
like,
leap of faith.
it's
It's hard out
one of
here.
those things.
Like,
But
I mean, I do agree with the
but
sentiment.
the
I
leap
think
the
if
leap
a
of
girl
faith,
is, like,
absolutely.
a complete jerk about it. Any girl except for Stone, that is.
Yeah, I'm
If I
different.
think-
Aw.
She is different. She can do
So
whatever
cute.
she wants.
I'm a jerk to everybody. You're not special. So like,
A jerk to everyone but me. So
other
I'm
than
just-
Luca. Yeah.
Okay,
I
thank
mean,
you.
she
Okay.
can go. Stone not
Luca
really
and
that mean to me
Stone's
either,
love.
though. But
I
You know,
love Luca and
it's-
Stone's love. It's so
Yeah.
cute.
I love it. It's
I love you.
That's my bestie, right?
That is my best friend.
That's my best
Aw.
friend.
look at them. They so sweet.
Yeah, I know they're so.
Okay. Hold on before we stop it. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I
Hey,
don't
yo.
cry. So go.
All right, man. Let's get into
Y'all
this.
so cute.
Nah, I definitely appreciate Stone and Luca's friendship. You see it on the timeline. I'd be like, yo, it's good, man. Seeing the uplifting, that stuff is dope.
Wait.
man.
Me and Stone, like me and Stone. I am Stone. Stupid.
I mean, Luca
stupid.
and Stone.
Luca is my best friend, and all these ladies up here are wonderful. And it's so crazy that you guys got together with me because I don't like women gamers. Anyways,
Oh man,
That's real though.
what's
You know what? You know
Oh,
what's funny
man.
about that, Stone? Well, I'm telling you, I'm not even lying. You do give off that impression that you don't give a fuck about other female gamers. No, I know. I want you to know that it works, right? It takes a special. It does, because I don't really care for. I'm not a fan of females. I get along more with males than I do with females.
But
It's
I think
usually only
that's
like
a lot
little
of-
tiny handful of females that I can rock with, right? And this has been since I've been young or younger. But at the end of the day, like, you give off like I really don't give a shit about you bitches, but if you're real cool and I really do like you, I fuck with you. Like, Stone, you do it without even having to say anything. Like, just
But
like,
I think
and
that's
be
something that's
aggressive.
like I think
Luca
that's
knows this,
universal
and
though.
Persona knows this because like I've talked to
love
them
it.
about like being in my circle and stuff like this.
Mm.
I to be fair, I dislike everybody equally. So you have to actually show me that you're, and I don't mean like go out of your way or anything like that, but show me that you're a decent human being if you want to be even close to the circle, because I have really curated the people around me to be good
Yeah.
people and I can rely on them. And so
Yeah.
you're not going to come near my people and hurt me or them, because
Facts.
like those are my people. Like if somebody hurt Luca or Morgan or even you, Kendra, or you, Kami, any of these people on this panel right now, like
Fact.
like
I told you what it
would
Wait, so
hurt
Stone,
people.
I could call
I
you
told
up
you
if
what it
I got a
was.
problem. I need you to beat somebody up.
Yeah.
Morgan, I could call you up too. Kendra, I
Oh
can
yeah,
call y'all up.
I'll ride real quick.
Oh,
Let's do it.
Stone,
Morgan can pick me up on the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on now.
I told Stone to hit me up if she ever has to go out of her way to put a nigga in anybody in their place. It's like, yo, if you tired, sis, if you really tired and you have to get you some sleep, just pass it over here. Pass it on over.
Oh yeah, I'll take that third shift. Hand it off.
Yeah.
Third shift.
But you know, a lot of it is
Hey,
because like and Kendra, what you're saying, like really quick, like talking about the whole I don't support women gamer things. I'm actually not a big fan of the gamer girl comment anyways. I don't see myself as a gamer girl, and to be fair, I don't see any of you as gamer girls. I see us as gamers. Period.
Facts.
I don't know what a gamer girl is. We're gamers.
Facts. First of all, I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. So let's get that correct.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Gamer
Like,
girl is that me or PS5 shit. That's the gamer girl.
Yeah, like nah, we grown women up in here. We play games. You play games, I play games, she play games, he play games. That's what we doing. We ain't gotta separate it. If we a community and we rock, then we rock. That's all it is. We ain't gotta put like
exactly.
Now, yes, we are women who game, and yeah, when we talk about, because we've had these conversations, Stone, you've been in those conversations too, where there is a difference between the what men, how much men can game, and maybe Stone got to cook, you know what I'm saying? Stone got to wash clothes. Stone got stuff she got to do. So, you know, I might not be able to hop on the game right then and there because I got to make sure my family is fed or the kitchen is clean and things like that. So we are different as gamers, but we are gamers and we will treat each other as such, period.
With that,
I did want to say real quick that I am not like Stone or Kendra. I like women. So, you know, so you know, like, I mean, like I said, I've talked about this before and I've mentioned this before.
Well, look, I don't like anybody, just to be clear.
Okay, but what about
other than you? You're different.
Okay,
like you're different.
You gotta clarify. You know what I'm saying? I like
you on the highway or something?
Okay.
I am cool with a lot of women in this community who people don't know about. Like, they keep to themselves and they mind their business because they don't want to be involved in the drama, because there is an added element there when you're a woman who's involved in this community. Because if you're, especially, listen, I like arguing with people. I think it's a lot of fun, but like, typically the conversation does tend to veer towards, well, some kind of gendered insult, which I find those boring, right? So, you know, but like, so there's a lot of women in this community who are not, they don't want to deal with that. They're not interested in it. And I commend them for that, because it does take a very particular kind of personality to deal with and put up with all of the abuse that's sent your way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, like, I definitely hear where y'all are coming from when it comes to that stuff. Something I really don't like about the gamer girl concept is this idea that this has happened to me a couple times where people have like pitted other women against me, and even the women themselves have like started this odd sort of competition between us, because it's like, well, there's only a few women here, and you know, it's either me or you, or that kind of silly thing, right? I really don't like stuff like that. I'm not in competition with other girls. I'm just not interested, to be quite honest. Like, competing with some random on the internet for the attention of other randoms, it's just, I don't know, man. I think that shit's kind of weird. And I do believe that, like, you know, we can coexist and just be chill. Like, it doesn't have to be a thing. And there, like I said, there are a couple of chicks who have attempted to say things like, oh, are you here to replace me? Or, oh, Luca just got here, but she's gonna be on the podcast and I'm
Luca's
not.
Making a hell of a point right now. So, like, I hope y'all listen. You're making such a hell of a point that it seems like, and correct me if I'm wrong or piggyback, that it seems like the women in this community, we damn near have to compete to be the best bitch in the community, right? The best woman, like, she's the best woman gamer. Like, we stand alone. Like, you got all these men gamers, right? And they all going neck and neck and head and head. But who's the baddest bitch in the community? Who's the baddest gamer? And that's not.
Tell them quick, I'm lazy. Shit, right. I'm over here on my couch.
I'm definitely not interested in any of that. I believe that we can like be chill, and because there's, like I said, there's a lot of really, really awesome women in this community. You know, they just mentioned her in the chat. Red Infamy, she's like a big sister to me. She's so fucking.
Shout out to Red.
That is
so fucking cool.
Yeah,
she
Red
is
Infamy.
the things that she has done and the work that she's put in. She's amazing, right? So it's like, for me, I just, like I said, whenever, especially when we get newer women to the community and like their first instinct is to try and like start something with me or start something with, like, if you got a problem, man. Listen, if you got a problem with one of my girls, you got a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? I see people going at Morgan. What's good? Like, what's up?
It's cute when they do.
And Morgan just be chilling too. Morgan
to herself, man. Morgan a sweetheart. Morgan a sweetheart. It's all good.
And you guys already know how I feel about Stone, so it's like,
Stone, man.
So it's
They bring her name up every other week, man. I'd be like, poor Stone, man.
I'll just be vibing too.
She's be chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real talk.
Everybody drink their water.
I don't know why folks.
I'm putting all these monsters on my W-2s because they owe me some money as my dependents. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know why like these
bars.
like the type of hate you be getting this Stone. That shit crazy, man. I'm like, yo,
you so fucking annoying.
You would think, real talk. You would think that you was console warring every day the way they be hating. I'm like, God damn, what?
Because I honestly do not care about your plastic box like that.
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to play
you don't even talk about it like that, Stone. Like, you don't even console war like that. So I don't know why they always picking on you. If you gonna pick on something, pick on me. I do it more.
I've heard like those reported spaces and shit. Like, there's a pony name. On the PlayStation side, her name is Stone, and I'm like, yo,
bring up her name one more time, like.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I get, which is funny because my favorite part of this is everyone knows Luca. Anybody who knows me knows that Luca is my best friend on Twitter and actually in real life. Like, we are real life friends. And Luca is primarily Xbox. So I'm like, they're like, you just hate bots. And I'm like, somebody gotta tell Luca. Like, who's gonna tell Luca?
who's gonna let
Hey, yo, let's get so one more topic. I knew we weren't gonna be able to get through all this, but I always like to over prepare. So one more topic, then we'll get up out of here. I know it's people got work in the morning and whatnot, right? So one of the most common things that people say is, especially when you're trying to pursue somebody, is be yourself, which I agree. Being yourself is definitely something that goes a longer way than people give credit for. Yeah, you gotta have game, you gotta be charismatic, you gotta be funny to a degree, you gotta have this and that. Yeah, there's a lot of the other variables, but I think at its core, being yourself is still very important, because if you're not being yourself, you lose yourself. But there's a caveat. There's a caveat. Sometimes the advice of being yourself, just be yourself, can also be damaging, right? Because a lot of people might not work on themselves as much as they should. So being yourself could be manipulative, narcissistic, vindictive, verbally abusive, mentally abusive. There's a lot of things to that. I'm not saying every person is like that, but I think when we tell people to be themselves, I think that the added bonus, the added, text to that should also be, and always work on yourself as well. Having that inward sight to see yourself and be like, oh, okay, this is something I need to work on, because every time I get into a relationship or I'm around somebody, there's always a problem. Maybe it is me, and being able to work on that. So hearing that, when you hear just be yourself, do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your thoughts on that?
I think that people should spend, like you were saying, Persona, they should spend time looking inward and, working on the things that they need to fix for themselves in their personal lives to make themselves a more, I guess, ideal partner. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I'm someone who has been working on my personality and working on how to speak to people and how to approach people and how to handle social situations for years now, because I definitely was someone who's a little bit of a freak, I'm not gonna lie. So, it took me a very long time.
You stop it.
Okay. It took me I love you. It took me a very long time to get to this to get to this point where I feel like I can engage with people and I'm mindful of how to approach people and talk to people and stuff. But I think a big issue is that there's people who have a lot of like social anxiety, and they're not used to speaking to people. They're not used to it. So I have a coworker, and he'll make these social faux pas all the time, and I'm always looking at him like, dude, what the fuck did you just say? Like, what did you just say? How could you say something like that? And like, we sat down and we had a conversation about it, and he said, I'm not used to being in this kind of environment because I work in a corporate environment, right? And I was like, okay, so you really just have to be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it. Like, this isn't this isn't college. This isn't your frat room. You know, you can't just say whatever you want to say. You have to be careful and consider it, and consider how other people may take what you have to say. You know, I took a class on this before, and I know there's that saying, treat people the way you would want to be treated. No, it's treat people the way they want to be treated. Take note of their energy and take note of the vibes that they're giving off and match it accordingly, depending on how you want to be in that situation. Like, if I meet, I used to train people at my last job, right? And part of that was when I met somebody, I could get a pretty decent idea of what kind of personality type they have. So if I meet someone who's more outgoing, I tend to take a little bit of a step back, and then we could have a conversation. I'll allow them to lead. But if I meet someone who's a little shy, I'll take the initiative and go forward. You know, I'll put that effort in that regard. So I just think that a lot of it depends on people working on themselves and trying to be the best version of themselves. As for the people who are narcissistic or they're manipulative, or I mean, I think they have some other issues going on if they got all of that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, I mean, and they probably are not even aware of that behavior, or maybe they are aware of it and they thrive off it. I don't know. There's a lot of variables that go into things like that. But I do believe in working on yourself. I am actively always working on myself to better myself.
Yeah.
Kawhi,
what you think?
I agree with.
Oh, go ahead, Kendra.
No, I was gonna agree with Luca. Luca is she said it perfectly. I mean, it's a catch-22, right? Because I'm also in corporate America, and the Kendra that's in America obviously is not the Kendra that's on this panel right now. There is a difference when I'm dealing with my work, businesses, things, whatever, all that stuff. But there is a flip side to where, as you get older, and you developed and you gain that confidence. I'm big on making sure you're a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. But at the same time, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm okay with that, you know. And I think there's things about me that I'm not going to ship or change or shift around for someone to be comfortable around me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Especially where I am today. I feel I'm comfortable. I'm good. If you're in my circle, if you rock with me, like I say all the time, if you rock with me, then I rock with you. That means there's something about me that you find comfortable. We could talk about, we can uplift each other, we can inspire each other. But be yourself. I'm always gonna be myself in some capacity in any environment that I'm in. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to change I'm not going to agree to something that I'll then turn around and say, well, I really didn't agree with it, but I agreed with it because I was in that situation and I didn't want. No, you're 9 times out of 10 going to get Kendra 100%. Even in the corporate world, I do take some of, not much, but a little bit of where I am today, like right now, a little bit into that, because that's who I am. And I can't shake it off sometimes. Like, you're going to get a certain tone, you're going to get you might get a little bit of, like, if I'm talking to a coworker, you might get some Cali slang, you know. I'm not going to say nooka, but you might be like, you know, what up, if you walk across somebody in the break room, or, you know, whatever. So I think be yourself is important, but you also got to know who you are in order to be yourself. And when you have that, then you can be the best version of yourself all the way around, so people can get that. And they don't have to second guess if they rock with you or not. You know what I'm saying? So
excellent point, Kendra.
I think taking that a step further, and then, you know, we can get Kawhi, Morgan, and Stone. Taking that a step further, I think from my experience, especially you know, dating women, or even, you know, trying to build friendships through my life, a lot of people tend to bring their past. Like, they wear their past on their shoulder, where, you know, they get into a new relationship or they get into a new friendship or whatever. And, you know, the expectations is, oh, well, you know, this is how I was treated in the past, so this is how I'm going to act now. And for me, I look at that as, you know, you got to work on yourself. Therapy, you know, that's something I'm very big on. It's like, yo, therapy, working on yourself, trying to, you know, better yourself, and, you know, mentally and all that stuff. I think that stuff is very important, because, you know, as great as it is to confide and talk to your friends, or talk to family, whoever. I think professional help is also just as important, because you need to know the right type of techniques and all this other stuff. You need to get to the bottom of why it is that you're harboring this for so long. Why is it so hard to let go? Why is it so hard to move forward? And I think though that also hurts when you're trying to build a relationship, especially with somebody new, because they don't know you. They don't know what was going on. They may want to help, but they don't know how,
Right.
And them saying, oh, I understand, or I care, or whatever, that stuff is nice to say, but oftentimes it's not as helpful. It's helpful to know someone is there in your corner, but to get you over that ledge or get you over that hill to where you can see greener pastures and things like that, that should be the goal. And I think a lot of people get lost in their mind and their thoughts and their traumas and whatnot, and it becomes you spiral where you can't build a relationship, you can't build friendships, you're not the best version of yourself because you're not doing the necessary things to put yourself in that better position so that you can, have better people in your life, better relationships, better outcomes. I think also working on yourself is important with that. But Morgan, what's up? Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of, what Kendra and Lucas said, it's all about working, on yourself, being the best version of yourself. I'm a big believer in, you are what you attract. So if you feel like you deserve less, if you feel like, you don't deserve a good partner, then you're going to attract the narcissists and the emotionally abusive and manipulative people. It's not enough to just, know that you deserve better, but, you have to stop allowing yourself to settle for less. You have to take action, right? And it's like, are your feelings aligning with what you want? Are the things that you want, are you attracting positive or negative? If bad things happen to you, are you letting that get you down? Like you were saying, Persona, like your past, are you allowing your past to be how you view current relationships, how you view current potential partners? All that kind of falls into place. It's all about, that's why like you said, like all of you said, it's all about working on you first and getting yourself to be the best version that you can be, so that you can allow yourself to attract those who are the best versions of themselves as well. So
yeah, 100%. Kawhi?
I was just gonna add to the whole be yourself. I 100% support the whole be yourself thing, because I feel like once you get to that self-realization and realizing we're humans, we're not stagnant. So I feel like we should always be working towards gaining more knowledge and educating ourselves, because our world is changing every day. But I feel like even with the weirdos out there, if they're being themselves, you're gonna get a red flag or two. And I hate to be that person that's quick to hit the hills, but I feel like men and female, it's easy to ignore those red flags, but they're red flags for a reason. If these people are being themselves and you're like, that's weird, and you done it a couple too many times, it's time to kind of analyze and see what is the reason for the behaviors. Why is it a red flag? Why you don't like it? Because a lot of these, I feel like a lot of the relationships are held out so long because there are issues that could have been realized early, like morals and values and stuff like that. So I'm just be yourself. And if you're realizing man, no one wants to be around me, maybe you're the problem.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Excellent point, Kawhi and Morgan. Great job.
Because I feel like everyone deserves companionship or should have some type of companionship, but do you deserve it right now? You know what I mean? And that may sound really messed up to hear.
No, you're right.
It's not.
But you're right.
No,
100% right. I disagree, Persona. I don't think everyone deserves companionship. There's some freaks out there, man.
No, there are.
They don't want to do anything to change it. So
absolutely. And that's why I say you get whatever outcomes you get. it's only going to be the outcomes that you get based upon the effort that you put into yourself and putting yourself in the type of situations that you want to receive those type of outcomes. And I feel like a lot of people, or some, I don't want to say a lot, I don't want to generalize this, but some people don't want to put in the work to better themselves, to put themselves in those situations. But also, like you said, the weirdos on both sides, male and female, just the weirdos in general. If you're socially awkward, you got to work on that. If you're someone that's a little too, egotistical, you got to work on that. Especially if your partner is communicating. I think communication is key, because if you're in a relationship but you're not communicating what you don't like, how is someone supposed to know? Oftentimes it goes unheard or untalked about, and then someone cheats, or it's fighting, and then the fighting escalates to physical, and then or mental, and then talk that shit out. And if motherfuckers ain't trying to hear what you got to say, I'm out. Like, I'm out, man. Like, I'm especially me. I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, respect, man. I'm gonna give it, but I need that back. And if you on that type of time where you on that bullshit, hey man, I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance. Keep it pushing.
Hello.
And that's it. But Stone,
Absolutely.
Stone, close us out. What's your thoughts?
I think that a lot of people really need to look at themselves, because like, I am actually my own toughest critic. There is nobody who will judge me harder than I will. And so I think that's something that I've had to work on, as in, like, you can't be too critical of yourself, but I also think it's a good thing to be self-aware of when you might be doing too much or too little in a situation. And I think a lot, like, you guys were talking about, the trauma and everything. Like, I've been through a lot of things in life that, I don't talk about, but I'm not what happened to me. I'm what I decide to do next. And so I can either say, XYZ happened to me, I'm like, my father passed away. Yes, my father passed away. But now what am I going to do? Am I going to use that as a crutch to be a bad person? Or am I going to say, what would he have wanted me to achieve in life? Like, what pros can I take from him and apply to life? And it's like, bad things happen to people all the time. That's not an excuse to be a piece of shit. Right?
We all got a story. We all got a story.
I think you have to be self-aware. And even like, so, like a lot of people say, Luke and I don't fight. Luke and I fight. We do. And but we just don't fight publicly, for one. And we also communicate. I think communication is key in friendships, in relationships, in anything. If somebody, I'll be honest, there are levels to being friends with me. If you are a close enough friend, I will have a conversation with you about why I'm upset, or maybe what I've done to upset you. If you're not that close to me, I have no problem with pretending like you don't exist. No ill will. No, I wish you the best of luck in everything that you do.
Where's the mic? Can we drop a mic somewhere? We ain't got a mic somewhere. Stone is killing me.
I got a laundry basket.
Hello.
I wish everybody the best, and I want nothing but success. Unless you're my enemy, I pray on your downfall every day.
Damn.
But
for real though, it'd be like that.
That's kind of crazy.
If actually, I don't just pray on it. I make sure to have a hand in it. If it's just somebody and you move a certain way and I don't respect the way that you move, then I'll just cut ties and keep it moving. Like, because I don't have time or energy to put into you to show you how to be a good person. That's not my job. I'm not a babysitter.
I want to be like Stone when I grow up. Period.
I'm just saying, like you gotta want to do better in order for me to help you be better. If you don't want to do better, then I'm not gonna sit here and be stagnant with you as a friend, in a relationship, any of that, in a partnership, in business. Like, we are adults, so be an adult.
Yeah,
that's it. And be like, as it said, be yourself. I don't want the alternate version. You feel me? I think Stone said this. It was this is like a two-part, where she was saying she doesn't really like a lot of people. And I think I'm gonna speak on me and Stone's connection. She's herself, and I rock with who Stone is. I don't give a shit about who her beefs are. I don't care about her dislikes, her whatever. I don't care about none of that. Stone came genuine straight off the bat. From the time that I first spoke to Stone, I was like, oh, you're 100. She was 100 off the bat. And I think just us growing our relationship on Twitter, we have not been anything but our authentic selves to each other. I'm gonna say my shit. I'm gonna talk it. Stone knows that. Stone is going to have a dark cloud and have a sniper on everybody she don't fuck with. I fucks with that. So at the end of the day, like, I mean, and that's just the point. Like, I wouldn't want you to be anything but who you are. That's why I rock with you. Period. And I'm gonna continue to rock with you because that's I like your dark cloud. I'm riding with you on these Twitter. Anything if somebody come for you, if somebody got something to say, I've been ready. It just ain't crossed the path.
That's always been like me. Like one of the things that I've always been like growing up is like I take friendships very seriously, you know, because to call and I've said this in spaces before, but like to call somebody a friend, you know, that's something I take serious, man. Like friendship is because when you find a friend, when you find friends, like people that you call friend, that stuff is people just treat it like a word these days, but it's like, yo, it has meaning to me. So it's like, yo, man, if somebody like disrespecting my friends and all that shit,
you crossed over, you were able to get through, and I'm not trying to say it's hurdles to get to all of us, but if you're able to get to friend, you did some shit to get here. You showed who you are in a way that I like for you to even be able to cross this line. And then for me, I don't, you know, you end up turning the family to me. Like I always say, if you able to come over my mama house, then you blood, you in it. Whether you was blood or I chose you to be blood, you in it. So
I mean, do mama got the catfish? Like, if she got the catfish,
she got the catfish. No, she has that big pot of gumbo though.
All right, I'm there.
Oh, I'll be over there. Okay.
I was gonna say gumbo with the rice. Yeah, I was gonna say gumbo with the rice. I'm there.
Big pot of gumbo. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's just important to me. Friendships, if like for people who know, me and my husband has been best friends since I've been knowing my husband since I was 11 years old. And we've been best friends all of our lives. So I keep my circle very, very small in the sense of I married my best friend. So it takes a lot for you to, I'm not a nice person. People think that I'm really not a nice person. I'm a loner. I don't like people in my space. I don't like a lot of women. I don't like to do a lot of things that other people may like to do socially. So to cross over into my world, you gotta be a special somebody. You really, really do. I'm not no cap. Like you got, Jesus must have said, you can choose that one. That person works. God said.
Hey yo, this was dope. This was a great start to 2023. Great thoughts, ladies. Great conversations, lots of laugh. I told y'all that the show was gonna be good. Chat, I told y'all. Listen, the Persona is always gonna deliver y'all quality content. Okay? Quality content where it's entertaining, it's laughs, and it's always gonna be fun. At the end of the day, that's all it's about, man. Enjoying yourself, enjoying life. But yo, man, let's get into these outros. Ladies, I appreciate all of y'all coming through, rocking with us today. Your presence was definitely appreciated. Ladies Night episode 5 was on points. Kawhi, starting with you. Give us your outro. Let the people know where they can find you. And if you're cool with that, like, listen, guys, I was, before you go, listen, guys, don't be on that weirdo shit. You feel me? Like, you know, if they giving you the ats to the Twitters and all that, don't be weird. All right? Okay, Kawhi, start us off.
Yeah, you can reach me at Kawaii_melanin on Twitter, Twitch. It's the same thing. I'm on YouTube under Shy Goes Raw. I have some of my videos from Twitch on there. But yeah, I'm all for like anybody giving any tips. If y'all know some stuff for Resident Evil, like any wikis. Y'all been talking about Elden Ring and stuff, and I might I'm teeter-tottering on Final Fantasy and like going and trying to see like the Soulsborne stuff. And y'all really got me itching. I'm trying to figure out which one. I might do both, but then my backlog and it start adding. But yeah, y'all know where to find me. And I really enjoyed it. Thanks for having me.
No doubt. Shout out to you, Kawhi. Appreciate you. Kendra in the building. Give your outro, man. Let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at KS_Mac83 on Twitter.
You cutting out a little bit.
Damn. Why am I keep cutting out? This is crazy. I'm gonna take these expensive headsets off. This piece of shit. Anyway, no. Yeah, you can find. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you good. Yeah, you good.
Okay. Yeah, you can find me at KS_Mac83 on Twitter. Hit me up. We can talk games, get in these spaces, talk all this goodness that's coming up in 2023, at least the first half. Talk shows. Don't hit me on the DMs with some weird stuff. This was a blast. I really enjoyed this persona. And ladies, we had a good time. Hope we could do it again soon.
For sure.
Happy New Year.
Kendra, when you starting that YouTube channel, that's definitely need something you do in 2023. Start that YouTube channel up. Start that YouTube channel up.
Y'all want to hear the Cali rant? Y'all don't want to hear the Cali
rant. Absolutely. Start that YouTube channel up. What you doing?
I'm thinking about it. As a matter of fact, persona, if I do go that route, you the first one I'm calling.
Absolutely.
For sure. You'll be the first to know.
And, if you make it big, I just need 15%. You feel me? 15. I ain't too expensive, but I ain't cheap either. 15%. So,
right.
You feel me? A little something.
Right. Can I give you some Capri?
Nah, you give me the Xbox Oreos. You feel?
Chill.
You give out the Xbox Oreos. You feel me? I'm sorry. I had to slide.
He said what he needed to say. I mean, you can get the Xbox Pop Tarts too.
Yo.
I had to slide that
little outfit for the controller.
Put all that in that little Xbox fridge too.
Oh man, yo, this shit crazy. I had to slide that in there. My fault.
I know you did.
Yo, Morgan, appreciate you always coming through, rocking out. Give a shout out.
I appreciate you inviting me. As always, always happy to be on the panel for Ladies Night with you and the rest of the ladies here. Interesting night, great topics, good discussion. You guys can find me Morgan, aka Chill Bandit, on Twitter. We'll probably be doing this again whenever Persona, sounds the bell, so look out for it.
Hey, maybe a monthly thing. I don't know. We'll see how y'all feel. We'll talk offline. When you start a YouTube channel? No, think about when did you start a YouTube channel?
Same.
You need to put your thoughts out there.
I'm gonna leave that to y'all. Y'all are professionals, so I'm gonna let y'all have that.
Put your thoughts out there. You feel me? Got a lot of gaming knowledge. Throw it out there. We want to hear it. I want to hear it. Morgan, I want to hear it. All right.
Oh man, maybe one of these days. I don't know. Who knows?
I'll be the first one that I got you.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Stone, appreciate you always. Catwoman.
Well, I'm glad you guys let me come through again tonight. I would prefer if you did not follow me on Twitter.
I knew she was gonna say that.
I'm not accepting requests at this time.
Don't follow me. Don't friend request me.
Don't follow me. I'm not as funny as y'all think that I am.
Yes, she is. Don't let her lie to you.
It is a dark night with 2 T's, though, if you want to, I guess. And make sure you play Stellar Yams.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all. Oh, yeah. Oh, listen.
Stellar
the screenshots,
Yams.
the videos, it's going to be flooded Twitter. You feel me?
Y'all might as well just mute me. Just mute me.
I'm logging off. I promise y'all. If I see too many yams on my timeline, I'm logging off.
Stellar Yams.
I'm telling y'all now, man. Mute me, because it's screenshot galore. You feel me?
Yams going to have haptic feedback. Let's go.
Do you know what our clan name is on COD? Do you know what our clan name is?
What?
It's Yams.
Hey, I'm with it. That's fire. That's fire.
Who did that? Bam did that.
Of course, Bam.
No, that was me. That was me.
Oh, man.
It was a group effort.
Look, I'm with the Stellar Yams, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm with the Stellar Yams.
Absolutely.
Man.
100%. And then, Luca, Scum Lord, Scumcast in the building.
Goody, my boy. Great show. Absolutely amazing. Kawaii, if you start with any Souls game, Elden Ring's a good one. It's definitely a good one to start with. I think it's the most accessible, the most accessible. So you should definitely try that one, if anything. thank you so much for having me, bro. Again, always a good time with ladies' night. I always have a good time chilling with the ladies. You know what I'm saying? So,
Silly self.
yeah, I always have a good time, man. You guys can follow me on Twitter at the Ash and Luca. I have a YouTube channel. I run a podcast called Scumcast, where the first half of the show we talk gaming, and the second half of the show we talk about like I said earlier, we'll talk about relationship stuff. We'll talk about social issues. We'll talk about TV shows, movies, things going on in the media.
Don't forget the special segment, Luca, of your show.
Oh, and then every single show, there's a special segment, okay, in which I have to remind people how much I love Stone. I have to sit there.
And then Somo yells at us.
Oh my God.
Somo yells at us.
I knew it.
I have to let people know. I'm like, listen, I love this girl so much. It's my best friend. And the boys are just silent.
They love on each other for like minutes.
Haters.
They are haters. They are haters. I agree with that. But if you guys listen, it's a special segment. Every time Stone shows up, I light up. Because I'm on camera now on the show, and like the first few weeks,
we love to see it.
It was bad. Like every time she would show up, my face would just like light up.
That's
and,
my best friend.
I was just like, yep, there she is, the bestie right there. So
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Anyway, you guys can follow me on Twitter.
Hey, yo, shout out to Luca. She putting out some good content too this week, man. Talking about Adam Sessler and that weird ass rant.
Adam who?
Adam Sessler.
Adam who?
Sessler.
Right.
Oh,
Adam
damn.
Sessler. Anyways.
He been on that weirdo shit this week, man. She's been putting out a lot of good videos.
Dude, legitimately.
Yeah.
I think something is wrong, y'all. Honestly, something has to be wrong. There's no way like he's just having a field day. Well, how do you keep up with all this shit? Like all these comments, all this get back, it has to be something wrong.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with him too. Like legitimately, I'm not even joking. Like I don't play about mental health stuff. I think something's up with him, man.
Yeah.
He might be dealing with a lot at home or something.
He does not drink his water. That's how I know.
See, he's constipated. He's constipated when drinking that water.
He's back down.
Apologies for interrupting, bro. My bad.
Sorry. That's all good. But yo, listen, I appreciate these ladies coming through. This was a great show. And shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Really appreciate y'all coming through, rocking out with us. It was a great turnout, man. We had like 130 people listening. Shout out to all the super chats. Shout out to the new subscribers. I appreciate y'all so much, man. And again to the panel.
Hey, yo, Persona, before we go, I think we should, congratulate you and Jay Bari, for your upcoming interview.
Absolutely.
On Saturday, though. Congrats to the What's Up PlayStation, though.
You gonna make me blush?
Oh, man. Valkyrie Queen coming through.
Oh,
okay.
So hard.
I'm so excited.
I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though.
Thank you. It really means a lot.
Big congrats to you guys.
Yeah, we got Danielle Basutti. She played Freya in God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok. She's coming through the What's Up PlayStation this Saturday, 11 a.m. That's gonna be fun. Me and Bari, and me and Bari, we say it all the time, and we mean it. Like the community, man. Like y'all rock with us, y'all support us, and y'all make sure that nobody do no dirt on us, man. Listen, if anybody like fucking with us, the community be like, hey, nah, y'all not messing with Wumps, man. Like, I love the community, man, because they really ride for us, man. So, thank y'all, man, for rocking with us. We really appreciate it. Plus, that's gonna be our camera debut as well. Me and Bari gonna be on camera.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Let's go.
That's awesome. Just so you know that Bari is light skinned. He real light skinned. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
Oh man, not the light skin warning. Okay.
No, he's a light skin, right? Because he, for some reason, don't think he as a light skin as he is, but he is. So I'm just letting y'all know. Bari
is.
I just seem to recall a moment where Persona said something about butterscotch.
Yes. I'm the color of butter. Yo, you gonna see your side of it.
Butterscotch.
I'm the color of butterscotch, man.
Is that summer or is that winter? Like, is that winter color or is that a summer color?
Yo, you know it be changing. Oh man.
I remember that, Luca, because then he changed the color of butterscotch. He was like, not a regular butterscotch.
Butterscotch does not have one color. There are two different types of butterscotch. There's the yellowish one, which is what Bari is. And then I am the darker
you see what I mean?
caramel colored butterscotch. Go look it up. I ain't gotta lie. Go look it up.
So he's
So then you would be caramel colored. You wouldn't be butterscotch. If it's caramel colored butterscotch, it would be caramel.
But is it still butterscotch?
We're not talking about what it is. We're talking about the color.
The color. Like
You
if
see
he's
that
a
deflect?
candy color butterscotch.
Y'all see that?
or
Y'all
if
see
he's
that
a-
deflect? That was a mean deflect style.
Yeah, that's on it. Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah, man, it's gonna be.
Nah, because you tried to twist it. You were like, "Is it still butterscotch?" We're not
It
talking
is
about what it
butterscotch.
is. We're talking about the color, the shade,
but it's
shade.
a shade of butterscotch, right?
the vibrancy, if you will.
Yes, it's the vibrancy of butterscotch.
tone, right?
It's the
The
vibrancy
tone.
of butterscotch, though, right? That's what.
Stop it. Get out.
But
No,
yo,
you said it was the vibrancy of
can't.
caramel. No, you don't even know.
I mean, I'm a nice
man.
color, you know. Like, listen, when you turn the lights out, you can still see me. All right, like I'm a nice color. But
Oh man, I can't with y'all.
me and Bari, you know, we're gonna be on cam. You know, it's gonna be fun. Lots of great questions. Me and Bari work really hard on the questions too. So yeah, I know
I'm excited for
y'all
y'all.
gonna love the questions.
Yep, I'll be there.
So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. And y'all get to see our faces finally. Y'all get to see how we
11
look.
a.m. Eastern Standard Time, people.
I'll be in there moderating the chat. You know,
Absolutely.
kicking people
Oh
out.
yeah,
I'm
you know
just
it's gonna
kidding.
be the thirsty third. Yo, we already had because we put out a polls like say you know ask your questions and shit. Yo, we had some dude shout out to him. This shit was funny. So he's like, yo, ask Danielle if a brother from the South Side got a chance. I was like,
Yo,
oh like yo,
real question
oh my
the
brother,
people
what
need
the
to know.
fuck, bro? Like yo, what
man.
you on, man? So shout out, but yeah, man. I hope we see y'all on Saturday. And like I said, you know, we definitely gonna be doing more ladies' nights this year. It's not the last one, guys. I promise. But listen, I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and go support these ladies, man. I am gonna put all their Twitter handles and whatnot in the description. So definitely go support these ladies. Go follow them. They gamers. They play their games. They know their shit. And listen, approach at your own risk, bro. That's all I'm saying. Approach at your own risk. You understand? But yeah, guys. All right, y'all enjoy y'all evening. It's been your boy Persona, and I'm out, guys. Peace.
Night, everybody.
Bye.